Yes. Welcome. Hello, and welcome to Black Dragon Roleplay, where we are not professional voice actors, we are not gaming gods, we are just a group of friends that have been brought together through the love of story who want to share our tabletop adventures with all of you. A few things before we start our session proper. We'd like to continue to grow a community that is into the stories that we tell every week. One of the best tools for feedback for us is our Discord channel. So if you already follow us and you want to take the next step, jump into our Discord channel. We have weekly recaps to catch you up on what has happened in the previous week. We have memes galore. We have us. We are in there. So please jump in there, support us if you can do that. If you cannot always join us live, join us on YouTube, where we post all the videos that we make from the campaign to the YouTube channel. Black Dragon RP on YouTube is where you can find all of our content. Go ahead and smash that like button like a mad lad. Is that an old meme? I'm old, so I don't know. You guys tell me.
That was great. That was
okay.
awesome.
Boy. All right, good.
Mad lad.
Mad lad.
You mad lad.
See, I'm current. I was trying to be current, and
I don't know about current, but
I'm old, so forgive me. Without further ado, I think it is time to start tonight's session. You guys ready?
Hell yeah!
yes.
Of course.
All right. After a week to themselves, Weis has told the party to be ready for the following morning for the ritual. The faithful assistant of Weis, Tippy, leads the group through some back alleys on the way to Weis's shop and the library before they are greeted by the familiar voice of Dr. Tannenbaum and a large skull with tentacles slithering in and around its eyes and mouth. The team is attacked by the Silent Unseen, and during the fight, Boltzmann is hit with a blast of psionic energy that awakens his illithid passenger. After the battle, Boltzmann is the only one that retains the details of the attack, and the team moves forward to Weis's shop after they discuss what had happened. They move on to the shop to once and for all remove the brain parasite that is now awakened and desperate to survive inside Boltzmann's skull. Weis offers the team to look around his library as he prepares, and any items that they feel will help them continue the fight, he would be willing to offer it to them. The team picks up some additional items, including a scroll of healing, a guide to cooking, a ring of protection, and a very special rapier that is made out of liquid metal. As the ritual begins, Boltzmann enters into a dreamlike state where the voice in his head battles with him to wrestle control of the physical form. Boltzmann fights back against the voice and notices a light coming from within his armor. He pulls out the portrait of Aaron that was used as his point of focus during the ritual, and suddenly Aaron is now there by his side, fighting with him against the swirling darkness and mass of tentacles around him. They destroy the darkness, and Aaron embraces Boltzmann, putting her head on his chest. She says that if he would like, this could be a moment just for the two of us, frozen in time. If you choose to stay, it can be like this way forever. Just give in. Boltzmann sees through the very clever trick of the illithid and realizes that this Aaron is simply a manipulation of his memories. As the fake Aaron fights to survive, Boltzmann takes aim and fires with an ending shot, shattering his false reality. He awakens back in the library with the party and Weis surrounding him. So as you guys have seen, you see Weis, for everyone else, has seen Weis basically do some incantations, do some control on his hands, this energy build. You see the necklace start to glow and kind of pulse with energy within all of the jade pieces and kind of flow, pulsing into Boltzmann's chest, kind of radiating this white and green energy throughout his entire body. As you continue to watch, you see it pulse getting heavier and heavier and rapid, and then eventually come to a pause. He looks down and rubs his hands together again and softly puts his hand on Boltzmann's forehead as he begins to open his eyes and stare again. Boltzmann, how do you feel?
Am I dead? Wait.
Far from it.
And Boltzmann's eyes would dart around, looking at every direction. Then he blinks, as if in disbelief. He's back in the material world.
You see Weis rubbing his hands together again. White energy builds on his palms, and he places one hand on both sides of his temples, shutting his eyes for a moment before opening it, breaking his silence. I believe it was successful. We will, of course, be confirmed over time, but as far as I can tell, you seem to be free from your dark passenger. What was your experience? Positive outcomes, I hope.
Boltzmann's expression would be, at first, there'd be a smile creeping up into his face as he mentions that Weis mentions that the passenger is gone. But then, recalling what happened inside his brain, how the illithid used an image of the one of a woman that he has held dear in his life, use it as an image to fight him. There's this sadness that shows up on his face, and Boltzmann would sigh, and say that, well, it was a hard fight. They used my past against me, and what's important, sir, is that it's gone now. I think.
Yes. I believe so. I cannot confirm. Again, this is a new process for all of us. But as far as I can tell, it was successful. And he kind of helps you up a little bit, and as you kind of come to and sit up, it takes you a moment just kind of get your bearings again. And you kind of try to step down off the stone table that he has there, and you kind of feel your legs wobble out from underneath you, and he's there to support you. He kind of walks over to the fireplace with the leather chairs that he has there, and kind of sits you down. Rest for now.
Sir, before anything else,
Yes.
You would see Boltzmann would be rubbing his temples, and the portrait, sir. Where is it?
Unfortunately, it did not survive. It was consumed by the energy.
Boltzmann's jaw would clench. Would just nod. He'd lean forward, his elbows on his knees, and look down on the floor. Understandable, sir. Thank you.
You're very welcome. I'm sorry there was nothing more we could have done to save that item for you.
Boltzmann would just nod. Anyways, he would then look up and look towards his companions. How are they? How do they look?
Well, Camille is, at first, when he wakes up, she's holding her breath and just watching over him. And then as soon as he's, the good news, that he's finally free of this illithid in his head, she sighs a sigh of relief. But hearing that the one thing that he held so dear has been unfortunately destroyed kind of makes Camille a little sad. And so she walks over to him and puts a hand on his shoulder. I guess the most important thing right now is that you're safe. Wouldn't that be what your loved one would have wanted?
Boltzmann would put a hand on her. Oh my god. A hand on her hand. I'm sorry. English is hard all of a sudden. Yeah. He would put a hand on her hand. He would. I'm sorry, guys.
It's
He would
okay.
look up. He would look up, and he would look up to her. If anything, one would expect that there's this somber or like a dour look on Boltzmann, but he's letting out a smile, looking at you. I'm safe. I have a copy of the image. In the next city that we're in, we're looking for a painter. Try to recreate the photo at least. Safe.
Sounds great. Yes, we can do that.
At least I'm safe.
Yes, you're safe. Finally, welcome back. And she gives him a hug, and puts her. She leans her head on his. She just gives him a little warm hug, and she lets go of him. Well, now you can actually drink, yeah?
I do kind of miss the taste of, honestly, coconut milk. But I don't know.
Dante's shaking his head.
I think
What?
the illithid changed a bit of
What?
something here.
Did that thing do to you?
You kind of see Addie walk across the carpet with a coconut strapped to her back.
Yeah. I think I'm not me anymore. God, and he's gonna look at his hands. Oh no.
Should we be worried?
One way to find out.
Oh no.
Let's go have a drink then.
A drink, yes.
I think I've lost my best friend. What has happened?
You're being so dramatic.
I do have some things while you are here. Boltzmann, the remaining jade. I used slightly more than one piece for the necklace. If you would be so generous, I will keep the remainder of the second piece for my own experiments. And so the 3 remaining pieces are here. I would expect the value somewhere between 8 and 10,000 for the jade
Ooh.
per piece.
After hearing that per piece, Boltzmann's eyes would widen.
Well,
Sir, thank you. But how am I supposed to repay you with everything that you've done for us?
The
For me,
jade?
at least. I mean, the jade, well, he saved my life. I mean, I don't know how I can repay you with that, sir.
Well, I do have for our personal safety, for those here in Numer, I would want to make sure that there are no more illithids. You said that 2 of those things escaped, and from what Tippy told me about the voice and the large skull, there may be other illithids still lurking. If you can help, I would be very grateful if we could end this problem here in Numer. So that I am safe, so that the people here are safe. Did you recognize the voice?
The voice in my head.
Yes.
Boltzmann would keep quiet for a bit, try to remember. What does the voice? Would it be the same as Tenenbaum's? DM?
He's asking about during the battle, not the voice in your head alone. He's talking to everyone.
that
Did
was
everyone recognize the voice?
Tenenbaum was the voice that spoke to all of us.
Although mind flayers are quite powerful, if you all heard him mentally talk to you, chances are he was close. Masters of illusion they are. The skull you saw might have been a distraction. And if it faded away, it may have been when he was no longer in range, running. If this illithid Tannenbaum is still around, we must stop him before he is able to create more issues like Boltzmann's. I would be happy to assist you. I may not be 100% after this ritual, but I would be happy to offer my staff.
Well, we all have to rest a bit after what happened.
Understood.
But it's also probably a good idea if we can get on the trail as soon as possible.
Did he say anything that might lead us to where he was going?
I don't recall anything. Did any of you?
I'll be honest, I was a little surprised by the appearance of those creatures and having to fight for our lives.
I don't think anyone
Yeah.
else remembers other than
no.
sorry.
Yeah, Boltzmann's the only one that recalls.
everyone else would be fuzzy. And Boltzmann, now that you've gone through this ritual, the details are more fuzzy than they were.
Yeah.
But roll a history check for me.
Oh, please. First roll.
Is he
of the
still
night.
under the effect of my bless?
Did you bless him before?
Yeah.
No, it was a
Yeah,
guidance.
right.
I'm
You
sorry, no
guidance
guidance.
before.
Correct,
Yeah,
correct,
yeah.
correct.
So it
Yeah,
should.
if you
it
haven't-
was
Yeah, you
right
haven't-
before the right
ritual.
before Weis did his thing. Yeah, right
Gotcha.
before the ritual.
Yep.
Alright, wish me luck. First roll of the night. And that is a 21. Nice.
Oh, with the plus
21.
guidance. Okay. Yeah, you have to stop and think and clearly kind of go over the step by step in your mind, but you remember them talking about getting you to the well.
Giving me to the well.
Getting you to the well, making sure that he was moving, you were going towards the well. There was a courtyard with a well in the middle.
Suisse, I recall that they were trying to drag me into a well. We never really checked what was inside it, didn't we?
No, we didn't have the time.
And I
No.
believe we all forgot. I don't remember them saying anything about a well.
That is something we should look at. The eventual goal is to remove this dangerous creature altogether, but information at this point in time is going to be very valuable going forward. If we find the Mind Flayer, we should do what we can to restrain him before we decide what to do eventually with him,
Well,
Restrain.
I think
if possible.
But
I don't know about you. He does not sound like a very nice person.
I'm with Dante. I think this is a little dangerous. Why restrain?
Why not? And Boltzmann does a gun, a finger gun to his temple.
Oh, that sounds exactly right.
Kill me.
The right thing to do.
Didn't he say something about all of their minds being connected? So that I wonder if we can track down the rest of them if we keep him alive. Is that
Precisely
what you
my
were thinking,
thinking,
Master
Saoirse.
Weiss?
If we can contain it, I don't see why we can't use it.
We will try. Do we
But I
have
think-
other options to... Information is the key. If there's possible ways, you as a cleric, do you have the ability to talk to him after he is gone?
It could be arranged.
Information is key.
Knowledge is power.
Yes,
Well-
especially with the unknown, such as the elephant.
Considering we can't, most of us, and he points to Boltzmann, at least he can, we can't remember most of everything that happened before. Is there a way, there's a way to stop that from happening? Is there a way to guard us, fortify our minds, or something like that?
It's something that I will continue to study. especially after the effects have hit Tippy here. I may be able to extract some knowledge from there. But as of this point, I do not.
It seems to me that we all need to drink.
And I'm
'Cause
sure
we
we
don't
can
know.
find some coconut milk for you, Boltzmann.
I'm not gonna lie. This sounds very dangerous.
It does. It does.
Some of us may die.
So positive. So positive, Camille.
I'm being realistic, Dante.
Well, I could use a bit of a rest myself. Brand kind of like flexes his shoulder a little bit, kind of rolls it. Scorch marks all over his armor.
Ah, that reminds me. Yeah.
You're over at
Just-
1 HP, I think.
I am at 10.
I'm
Alright.
at, yeah, he's at 10. I'm at 1. Oh, Cameo
Would
feels
you-
like shit.
Would you require a full day? If possible, I would. It's early still. It's only about noon. It is up to you.
We
I
could
believe. Yes.
we could take a short rest for a moment, gather our thoughts, and determine whether we need to take a longer break. Time is probably of the importance here.
I'd be willing to head out right now, but unless you've got one of those magical healing lotions back at Camille's place,
Potions.
I mean, I would love to rub lotion on your skin, Bran, but
I wouldn't trust Dante, Boltzmann, and Saoirse here to be hunting down illithids on their own.
the problem is, if we run into these, like, Boltzmann is the only one who seems to remember them, so he's at risk both from being kidnapped again and potentially just being eliminated. Well, then you're a prime target at the moment because you're the only one who remembers every incident that we've had with these creatures.
I agree.
Saoirse and I could go, like, if we're going down the well, we could go down there and have a look, but we just couldn't trust what we saw if we came back. That is going to be our problem.
Yes, and I think taking some time, perhaps, Boltzmann, you and I, don't you have some information in your notebook about them? If there's any way that I can track these creatures, they may be able to wipe our minds, but it takes more effort, I think, to eliminate the physical evidence that I can track.
Yeah, as much as you don't remember the encounters themselves, you do remember tracking them. You do remember the tracks that they left, especially at the waterfall, at their nest. You saw the evidence of what they were there.
Yeah.
And you have an idea about them. It's just when you encounter them, it becomes fuzzy.
Alright. Going in there right now would be deadly, so we have no choice but to take a rest. But even just a short one, probably we can make a preliminary expedition at least, if that's what we want. Boltzmann's now just thinking on what proper way to approach this situation is. Time is of the essence, so we must, well, if we could take a short rest, would it be alright for you, Brad?
Yes. Sorry.
Dante, Saoirse, what do you think?
Well, I need a short rest at least. Dante's on 14 hit points himself. We need to collect our thoughts for a moment and come up with a proper strategy here, because don't think, well, maybe bumbling straight into it is the way to go, but I'm not confident when my mind is being altered and I can't remember what is happening.
Oh, so positive.
Or at least I'm saying we can come out of this alive.
Touché.
Well, regardless, rest is sorely needed, and you'd be foolish to be chasing after things in what could possibly be their lair.
Indeed.
We're not fighting in our turf anymore. We're fighting in theirs. And if that's the case, we need to be well rested.
So it's agreed. We all take a short rest, and then we shall see what'll happen
I
next.
agree. I
For
think
now,
it's
let's
safe.
just-
I could always try to check for tracks around the well, but I believe it's safer if everyone is there. So I agree.
For now, let's just be thankful that Boltzmann is safe. That's what we've always wanted.
We fought a dragon for it.
Let's not bring that up again. Run. For the sake of Cameo. Anyways.
Let's move on, shall we?
You see Weis kind of disappear to one side of the library. He opens a chest, pulls out a couple of bottles, and brings it back over to the area where you guys are sitting in front of the fireplace, and puts down a greater healing potion, 2 greater healing potions. He says, "This is what I have. Please use it. Hopefully we can continue to look today if possible."
All right. Thank you. This is greatly appreciated. This means a lot already. You've done quite a lot for us. We don't know what to say thanks.
Helping me with this issue will be all the thanks I require, all the gratitude that I require.
Consider it done.
Wonderful.
All right. So for this, all right. So guys, we are going to take a short rest. Then we're gonna go out onto the well.
Do a bit of
Correct.
scouting, yes.
All right.
We're not blindly jumping in there.
Yeah, we are absolutely not. Right. So
We're just going straight
DM,
in. Just straight in.
Yeah. Where can we take our short
No.
rest? No.
Aren't we scouting at first?
He suggests
I don't want to hear
you
going
can-
straight in.
You guys can take the short rest there. Even Weis says that it's probably not safe to go out immediately, just so that he knows that this place is protected. Although he's had issues in the past, as long as you're in and there's no issues, there should not be another issue because this is a special place.
Safe space.
Yeah, this is his safe space. Yeah, so he offers the potions, says to relax by the fire. You guys can take a short rest. So you can roll for hit points. You can use the healing, use whatever you have to be able to heal up.
Mm-hmm.
He does kind of pull Camiel aside. I saw that you were asking about this or looking at this. I think it's here for you.
Oh, what's this?
He holds a dagger in his hands that he pulls from the shelf. I do hope that you find use for it. I do have. It's quite interesting given your previous adventure. I believe it could find some use with you, rather than continue to sit on my shelf and collect dust. I did some research on the history of this dagger, found that it is from Ujat, believed to be made from the tooth of Mantex, the father of Malta.
Oh, that's. She takes the dagger. She looks at it. It's very interesting. Fate?
Fierce and nasty dragon he was, right into the day his son decided that he should inherit his father's fortune and took it by force.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
She looks at the dagger and she just admires it. And slowly, with a bow, she walks back to the others and tucks the dagger away.
Okay. Anything else you guys want to do on this short rest?
Yeah. As for Boltzmann, he would approach Saoirse. Probably Saoirse would be standing, sitting by the fire, and probably trying to attune with the Ring of Protection. And,
Oh yeah, yeah. She'll be kind of examining it, and before putting it on her right hand, and then just kind of fiddling with it as she just sits there, relaxing.
All right, Saoirse, if I may, can I ask for your Vambrace, the left one?
Oh,
I've got something for you.
Oh, of course. And she would unstrap it and hand it over. What do you have in mind?
And you can see Boltzmann reaching into his bag, and he then takes a strip of flint, and with quick workmanship, he attaches a strip of flint onto the forearm of your Vambrace. I mean, to your Vambrace on top. Then after that, looking at his own workmanship, he looks pleased, gives it back to you. And afterwards, he reaches into his bag and produces a bundle of 5 arrows. Each one of them has a piece of cloth covering more than half its arrowhead. And he tells you, always keep these safe and dry. Probably make a special compartment in your quiver, maybe. The cloth has been coated with oil, and striking the arrowhead onto that flint should be good enough to light it on fire.
Oh.
And fire arrows. Wonderful. And
I like that idea.
oh, and you are going to love this more. And then he pulls and he reaches back into his bag, and he pulls out a pair of other arrows. Their arrowheads appear to be bulkier and are conical shape with a yellow rounded tip. Now, unless I can make a rifle shoot a similar projectile, I'd say that bows still aren't outdated. Saoirse, I present to you what I'd like to call a javelin. A high explosive arrowhead.
And you would just big grin slowly extends across her face as she takes them and she's like, how sensitive are they? I obviously don't want to blow myself up.
Well, I've rated it to, well, at least not blow up if you accidentally drop it. And besides, there's a safety there. And he points towards the rounded tip. There's a small pin at the front. So if you could get used to the weight first, just pull the pin there and let loose. We should have something useful to test this thing out down by the well, yeah? Well, of course, accounting the others and civilians' safety. But anyways, yes, this is what all those testing was for.
I was curious. I've been meaning to ask you what the testing was about. And I'm delighted to see the results. I can't wait to test these. And Now she's just juggling the fire arrows and the explosive arrows and looking at her ring, just giddy as a schoolgirl now.
Yeah, and with that, Boltzmann is smiling, and I think that's just it for Boltzmann.
Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do here? Everyone's used their hit points. I see a couple of them have.
Yeah,
Anybody else want to use the hit points?
Dante's just healed up. And
Okay. Anybody using
Boltzmann
the potions?
Honey, you would. I'll roll it for you, hon.
Yeah, I do, because 1 HP right now. I think. Wait.
got 7 hit die.
Let me just roll your hit die for you.
Thank you.
Unless you want to do it, just there's a hit die right here
I
in
trust
your character sheet. Okay.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
18, 30, 40, 50, 53.
Oof. Thank you.
Yeah, whoa, that's a lot. I forgot the
Yeah, if
paladins.
nobody minds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's still the 2 potions there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, if
And then
nobody
whatever else you
minds, I'll probably take one of the potions.
Run.
Oh yeah.
You should drink up.
You don't have to tell me twice, Boltzmann. That was a greater healing potion, correct?
Yep.
Okay, what is that?
Not too sure. Um,
44 plus 4.
4d4 plus 4. Alright.
Yikes, okay. 14.
He had put 2 out there, so if you guys wanted to use fully heal up, you guys more than
Well, who isn't
more than
fully
welcome to it.
who isn't fully healed? Is it Camille?
I'm good.
Still me, but yeah, if Dante wants to take it, go ahead.
I'm at full. I rolled my full in 4 hit dice.
Oh, what about you, hon?
I'm good. I'm at full health.
What?
I forgot. I wasn't at 1 HP. It's because I healed myself. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. You did lay on hands. Okay.
Did you need to use all your hit dice then?
It's fine. It reached it only like it was around 87, and my HP should be around 83. So it was around like a few points over.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, Bran will take the other one as well and chug that down.
Don't mind if I do.
Chug, 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 chug.
Nice. Okay. That's got me at full. Great. Well, that hits the spot. Do you think, DM, we have enough time to quickly, or particularly Bran, if he can specifically head to the marketplace to buy a certain amount of ingredients? Do you think there's time for that, or?
You're more than welcome to. But as of right now, he kind of said you need to stay within the.
Oh, within the tower.
The safest place is the library. If you feel you want to go out there, go ahead. You can do whatever you would like.
Considering the ingredients that he has bought in the past, do you think that would be enough for a certain recipe that he has on his person?
Are you talking about actual recipe food?
Yeah. Recipe.
From
From the Excel.
Yeah, I'll say that you had a basic amount of food with you, especially if you did one of the sausage dishes.
All right. Sure. Yeah. Later on, down the line, Bran would like to try his hand at one of the recipes found in his little cookbook that he had apparently procured.
Okay.
How long, if I crushed all those flower petals into 7 doses, how long would the dose last? Like the powder, would it be indefinite still, like dried out powder? Would it still work the same?
If you're talking about putting them all together in like one knockout punch,
No. I just meant like
individual.
I just want to prep them so that all I have to do is like spit on them to goop them up and then coat the blade, so I don't have to like crush each flower petal every time I want to use it.
Gotcha. Yeah, you could do that. You could actually crush it all up together, put it in a little pouch, and be able to just have it ready so that you can.
So Dante will grab Dobby and be like, "Come and help me for a second." And
Dobby.
Yeah, that's what he'll call him.
Dobby
Dobby
doesn't like being called Dobby, sir.
Dobby, let's go. And he'll grab him he'll grab him in like around the shoulders and like let's come and help me, friend. And he'll get him to like go find some like paper so he can make up little sachets and powder the rest of the petals. So he has doses.
And Tippy corrects you every time you call him the wrong. It's Tippy, sir. Yes,
okay,
sir, no problem.
It's okay, Dobby. It's okay. Just help me find out what we need.
It's Tippy, sir. But yes, I can
Some
definitely
paper,
help you with that. I have
some
paper here.
Mortar. Pass
I have a
Dobby,
pestle and mortar right over here.
Pass me that over there. That paper right there, Dobby.
It is Tippy, sir. But yes, here you go. Here's the device you need.
So yeah, he'll make up 7 sachets. He'll actually give 2 to Saoirse as well. And
it basically gives you the ability to try for a stunning strike.
Yeah, with like a DC. Yeah. Is it Wisdom? Wisdom DC of like 13 or 14 or something like that, I think it was.
Is it Wisdom or Con?
I don't know.
That's the Angel Dust. Start. What was that again?
Angel Dust. All right, he doesn't coat his daggers with it.
Oh no, I forgot the name. What was that again?
Deadpool 2 style, when he shoves the cocaine up the front of his mask and just smashes it. Let's do this.
I think it was Star something. Stardust. Star Angel.
Yeah. Sorry, I do have it written down. Star Angel.
Constitution save. It's a Constitution save.
Yeah, it's a con save.
And it's what was it? I can't remember if it was a 13 or a 14 DC.
I don't remember either.
Notes say it is 13.
13. There you go.
Yeah. All right. So
these are old.
Yeah.
Old notes. So faster than me.
Dante will go up to Saoirse at one point and just give her 2 of the doses and explain to her, just in case the opportunity arises. They will stun someone for at least a few moments. So.
Great!
He'll sort of show how to apply it to arrows, like just like spit in the sachet and wipe it on there, sort of thing.
Yeah.
If you're in a pinch, if you can't find water,
Yeah, it's considered a poison, but the effect is a stunning strike.
Oh, I think she can find a use for that.
No. Down to 5.
Saoirse's getting a lot of toys right now. Huh?
Yeah.
Well, and Saoirse would actually... Yeah.
Toy store.
Wow, yeah. Saoirse would...
Don't get me started, please. Don't get me started.
I'm sorry.
I was just like, no, I'm not going there. This is Black Dragon stream.
Yeah.
It's not a Thumper stream.
While all this is going around, Saoirse would share some of her own toys, if we're going to maintain the euphemisms. She would hand out to the other 4, because she doesn't tend to get in melee, she doesn't really need them right now. She would give each of the others one of those healing salves that she made during the week, saying to each of them, I'm sorry, I'm intended to give this to each of you, give one of these to each of you at some point. Now seems as good a time as any. It's essentially a painkiller. It should help you, if you're hurt, get through whatever pain you're experiencing from the blow. And she would show them, basically it's an ointment that they can just quickly apply to wherever the wound is. And it does it allows you to regain 1d4 hit points when it's applied. So it's okay.
It's something.
It's something. Exactly. It's something if after a fight you only need a little bit to get you through, to get you back up to almost max or to max without expending a hit die. So
it's all good.
So it's basically just a little vial or a little container of this ointment that can be applied.
Okay. Anything else that you guys want to do during this moment? Just a little short rest.
Bran will shuffle through his bag and procure several small objects and kind of pile them into his hand. And he'll slowly approach... let's start with Camiel. He approaches Camiel kind of timidly at first, and then he kind of... because he stares at Camiel for a minute, and...
Camiel is actually she's sitting on the couch and she has her feet up, relaxed, reading Love Till Morning, I believe it was called.
Oh no.
Love Before Morning, and
Love
she's
Before
just relaxing.
Bran will kind of tilt his head a little bit, kind of mentally questioning if this is the right thing to do. But he eventually kind of shrugs his shoulders and he holds out something to Camiel. Now, Camiel, don't get the wrong idea when I do this, but take this ring.
Camiel, she puts the book down and she looks at him and she looks at the ring. Are you proposing?
Gasp from from Dante in the background. It's like,
wait, what?
What?
Bran sighs, and then in a defeated tone, and as everyone else kind of clearly finds the situation, he kind of snaps back and points at every single one of them. You all get your own as well.
Wait.
Yes. Dante's just putting it on, oh my god, yes, Bran.
What sort of relationships does your god approve, Bran?
I'll
Tipsy's
try
got his
not
mouth
to-
wide open.
I'll try to ignore that comment, Saoirse, but the Wild Bountress ain't exactly known for anyway.
Yeah, she would just kind of shrug, be like, "Oh yeah,
It's true.
Bran just kind of plants a ring into each of the party members' fingers, into their palms of their hands, and he
Being very careful with what you're saying.
Yeah, he starts to lecture a little bit by saying, "It's not necessarily magical, but it might come in handy." You can tell he's being a little vague.
Is this some sort of friendship ring, Bran?
I mean, if that's what...
I don't go into that, Bran. It's all in or nothing, really.
Right. Boltzmann would then proceed to take off one of his gloves, his left glove, and put it onto one finger. Then put his glove back on. I don't know where you're going with this, Bran, but I trust you.
Consider it a token of my Friendship to
Dear
you
God.
all.
Affection.
It's a promise ring.
So Bran, was that intended to be a pun that it's going to be handy as she puts hers on her, as Saoirse puts her ring on her hand? It's like,
How small are your hands, Saoirse?
yeah. Details. No.
Probably a lot bigger than
Yeah.
yours, Bran. A lot rougher too.
I don't know.
Where is this going?
But anyway, you
Can we not? Please.
I really feel Bran.
Cameo.
That's Bran right now, just standing in the middle of everyone. Can we not?
Camille
It's
is
always
like
with
sitting
me.
there.
It's always with me. Can we not? I'm doing something
Boy,
nice for you,
I
and you
am
spit in my
trying
face.
to hear the story. Holy crap, boy! If you don't. Anyway, she's like putting the ring on every finger, and she's trying to just make sense of this ring, and she kind of looks at it and makes a face, and I don't quite understand these accessory things, but okay, thank you, I suppose.
You're very welcome, Cameo.
What does it actually do?
They're just rings.
Uh-huh. And you just
They
so
look
happen
nice
to
on your
have...
finger.
Well, I mean, stop it. She feigns shyness and does a little wiggle. Thank you. Gets back to reading her book.
And Bran will kind of wave his hand as he dismisses it all. He dismisses all questions. And DM, I would like to utilize my channel divinity to harness a spell slot back.
Oh yeah, you can do that now.
Are you sucking power from us, Bran?
Sucking our life force.
You all clearly haven't seen Lord of the Rings, have you?
I just want to be. I just want to be clear here. Dante made him put it on the finger, his little ring finger, like, held out his hand and everything, with just a smile. He wouldn't accept it otherwise. Every time he tried to put it on another finger, he'd move his hand.
The stream is turning into Dark Sun as he drains energy from us.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Oh, let's play Dark Sun.
Next thing we know, we're all dead.
Does that require a roll or no?
I don't think it does.
I don't think it does.
Okay.
It's just like how channel divinity in general doesn't require a roll. Really specifically with my domain.
with this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you're able to
Alright.
get that back.
Thank you.
Anything else you guys want to do?
No. Guys, do you have anything else?
Ready. I'm just ready. Boltzmann's ready.
At this point, Dante's playing with his new sword, just like flicking it in, flicking it back, flicking it in, flicking it back, flick it in, flick it back, flick it in, flick it back. It's just doing it until like for ages. As he's resting, like at one point, once he's finished with Dobby, he's just like flick it in, flick it out, flick it in, flick it back, flick it in, flick it back.
Bran is just groaning in a corner.
What's wrong? Not fan
Do
of
you
sword
not
play.
hear? Do you not hear that incessant noise?
What? He's enjoying it. And
At one point-
besides, it is entertaining to watch.
I
Just
mean,
look at him. He's like a child.
he's actually practicing too, like swapping hands with his shield, like as he flicks out the blade, calls it back in, and as in one motion takes the shield from his left hand and pulls out like a dagger or the gun. He's just like posing for a second and doing things like that.
Roll a
Cameo.
sleight of hand check.
Yes, sir.
See if you stab yourself.
Camille just
Drops
watches
the bottle.
this and
Oh,
oh,
24.
look at that.
You definitely see him kind of toss up the rapier in its closed form, see it slowly extend as soon as it leaves his palm, grabs it with the other hand as he drops the shield and grabs the other dagger in the other hand for an offhand strike. It's pretty sweet.
And with that, Camille puts down her book and she starts clapping. Yay!
Dante will stand up and bow. Thank you. Thank you.
It's entertaining. Bran.
Bran
Let's see you do it
is
again.
nose deep in his cookbook.
Encore.
One more.
Oh God, no, guys, no! And he'll just whip
Come
it out.
on.
He'll whip it out a couple more times, and go sit down.
Yes.
The sword blade. I should
Whipping it out.
I should specify.
And,
Getting promise rings from Bran, lotion from Saoirse, toys from Boltzmann.
Yeah.
An adult
And-
book from Camille.
Yeah.
Oh
It
yeah.
all makes sense.
It's
You guys
just
are all loaded up.
Yeah. While all of this is happening, Boltzmann.
My cookbook.
Yeah. Brand's and Boltzmann would
Yes.
approach Sir Weis, JD Weis, and he
Yes.
would tell him that, well, sir, it seems that everybody is well rested, morale is back up, and I think we would be ready to leave after you've made your preparations, at least, sir. Just give us the word.
Yes, I believe I am ready as well. As ready as I will be. Let's head out. Tippy, why don't you stay here in the library for until we return? Yes, sir. No problem, sir. And he escorts you through the different labyrinth of hallways into his library.
So
The
Dan,
ever-changing.
can I just
Yep.
do one thing real quick? As we all start to leave, Dante will actually
Yeah.
walk over to Dobby, and and sort of whispering
Tippy,
to him,
sir.
"I need you to hold on to something for me." And he'll pull out his little red book and just sort of hand it over to Dobby. And Dobby, just can you look after that for
Tippy,
me?
sir.
It's okay. It's okay.
Sure.
It's okay. If
I'll,
you just
I'll
hold,
take good care of it, sir.
just hold that for me for when I come back. And then he'll lean in really close and just whisper, "If I don't come back, give it to Bran." And then he'll
And
leave.
You see his face change as his eyes grow wide as you say that, realizing the danger of what you're facing and what you're actually leaving for. Okay, sir.
Little does Dante know Bran is kind of right behind him. Give what to me? He kind of shakes his head and
Roll
just
a
did
perception
this.
check and see if you
Oh.
heard him or
If
not.
you heard it. yeah.
Oh, okay. Alright. I was actually gonna drop off Addy. Perception.
Because Dante said he was hanging behind, so.
No, I didn't.
Yep,
fussing
you didn't
over
see-
Addy.
Didn't see
Yeah.
nothing.
Yeah, Bran just kind of shakes his head and he kind of puts Addy down. The owl bear becoming a little larger than he last saw her. And he kind of points towards Tippy. And he kind of commands Addy. Addy, you stay with Tippy here. No biting.
Oh.
She looks at Tippy. Tippy goes, "Are you sure you want your owlbear to stay with me?"
Oh, she's perfectly harmless. Take these gloves. Bran kind of gives Tippy these worn leather gloves with holes in them, the various scratch marks on them. Hey, you might need these.
Oh, okay, sir. He starts putting them on. Okay. Stay safe. I'll try to do the same.
And
Good Addy. Good Addy.
Bran kind of gives Tippy maybe 4 or 5 sausages. This will keep her off
thank
you for
you.
a while.
He takes one and puts it in his. For the owlbear. My
Bran will
apologies.
pull out 3 more for Tippy.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
And be sure to water the coconut.
Yes, sir. No problem, sir.
Many thanks, Tippy.
Very welcome, sir. And Weis does lead you through the rest of the kind of labyrinth of maze of his abode, and end up on the long hallway on the back of the shop, and kind of leads from there. You guys continue on back to the place where you had just had your encounter, and it is later in the day now. It was about noon before you guys started to rest, and you probably rested take all of that, probably took about 2 hours or so. So it's in the afternoon. Skies are fairly clear, and you are able to move to the location where you had this encounter the day before. What do you guys want to do?
Well, there's the well. Still got my blood on it and everything.
Well, what do you think is your blood? We're not too sure.
No, I'm fairly certain that's my blood, Cameo.
Everyone's blood looks the same.
Where was your back pressed up against it?
What are you insinuating? Answer the question. What are you insinuating?
It's not an insinuation at all, it's a fact.
Well, this is going on. Dante's over with Saoirse. I assume Saoirse's going to be there. Sort of like peering down and getting a rope ready and, seeing if there's actually like a bottom to the well as best he can find.
Saoirse would, and while that's actually all going on, Saoirse would be kind of roaming around that courtyard area around the well, checking for tracks, just to see, or not so much tracks because it's cobblestone. I should say checking for any evidence, pieces of clothing. Curious, is the ichor still there? What the ones that we killed,
right?
Are their remains still there?
As explained from the last session, it kind of dissipated.
Into this. The body is dissipated into this ichor. You can still see the residue that's still kind of there, but it's definitely dissipated even more than what you had saw when you left. Okay. Start with Dante. Dante, roll a perception check for. Actually, roll. Are you going to look, or are you going to go feeling around the well?
Well, I suppose he should check for. First, he's going to just peer over the edge to see if the well itself, like how deep, or whether there's water in the well. Like, the water is
roll
really
a perception
low.
check.
If I could suggest, could Boltzmann cast the light thingy on a stone and toss it down first to maybe give Dante a bit of a...
Actually, that was what I was going to do.
He's got dark vision, so the...
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Probably just
Dante, you look in the hole, you look in the well, you look about... you look in the well, and the water in the well is about 5 feet from the top of the well. So down past the well is about 5 feet of brick and space until it hits water. Water is kind of you can't really see into it. It's kind of dark.
Mm-hmm.
Even with dark vision, seeing it in the light, looking down into this water, you can't tell how deep it is or anything like that.
Well, he's going to, let everybody know. There is water in the well, from what I can tell, or from what I can see. But he's also he'll go and look around for a stone, a reasonably sized stone, or a chunk of brick or something like that, and start tying it to the end of a rope so he can lower it down to see how deep the well goes. If it's like further than the 50 feet or 48 feet it'd take to the rope that he has, just to see how deep.
So how long is your rope, you said?
It's 50 foot of rope, which I assume with, about a foot or so to tie off a brick on the end of it and just sort of lower it down the side.
Okay. You drop this in, continue to lower it down. Probably about a good half, a little bit more than half of your rope is covered when you no longer feel the. You kind of feel the rope kind of give slack.
Okay.
Um,
Is there somewhere to tie the rope off?
Yeah.
Yep. So he'll do that. He'll tie the rest of the rope off. And again, let the others know it's about, what, like 28, 30 feet deep?
Yeah, about 35 feet. Saoirse, you wanted to take a look around. Roll a survival check.
Ooh.
Yeah, you take a look around. You do see the kind of the remainder of the puddles that have kind of dissipated. You see the ichor kind of. There's a little bit of black that's still there, and it kind of looks almost as if it's rained heavy, and there's puddles remaining. The ichor itself is kind of dissolved into more of a water and kind of flowed elsewhere and kind of drained down a little bit seeped into the ground itself. But as far as footsteps go, it's a wide area and it's a public area, and it is stone, not like grass or something else that can leave tracks a little bit easier.
Yeah.
So you don't see anything when you take a look around.
Yeah, and there's
as far as definitive tracks.
And she doesn't see bits of clothing or assuming they were clothed.
Within you do know you do remember that in their nest you found pieces of clothing, little scraps of clothing. You do find a little piece of clothing in one of the ichors, the ichor puddles that are still there. Just another small little piece of cloth. Okay. Looks like almost like a bandage, but it's kind of dark, almost black. And but other than that, you don't see anything else.
Yeah. She would grab that. Assuming that her thought, thinking she would grab that, actually, and then take it over to Weis. Explaining, I found this in what looked to be the remains of one of those creatures that attacked us. I thought perhaps you or Boltzmann could examine it, see if we can learn anything.
I can definitely take a look at it, but I don't know if it is magical or not. I can only take a look at things that or find more meaning in things that are magical or somewhat significant to history.
Well, since I can't tell if it's magical or not, that's why I figured, just in case, best to bring it over to one of you.
Hold on one second. Let me look and see if he has.
If not, I do have.
If it's not able
I have
to,
one other thought.
I am not able to detect at this moment.
Okay, and so she would actually use. Where is it? She is going to actually use, once I find it on her character sheet, Primeval Awareness in order to just check and see if she can sense anything, because I'm assuming she recalls from their time at the waterfall that she did sense something just aberrant, something so out of place within the natural ebb and flow of the world around them, that she's going to want to see if this is, since she doesn't remember what it was that had this piece of cloth, she wants to find out if it is perhaps connected to them, to the sightless unseen.
So you sense whether the following types of creatures are within 1 mile of you or within 6 miles of your favorite terrain. Aberrations, celestials, dragons. Okay. So you pause for a moment, kind of bend down, looking at this piece of cloth that came from this ichor and kind of rubbing it between your fingers. You do have a sense that something is near, not is present within your range, within your ability to pick it up. You do feel that there are creatures, or a creature within the range that would fit that definition.
Okay, and probably as she's gripping this cloth in her hands, sensing her eyes closed, she would say to anyone close enough to hear her, I can feel it, something off. There's something just not right, which is just barely on the edge of my perception.
At all of this, Boltzmann would, if anything, would turn towards Weis and would ask him, "Sir, any suggestions on how to approach this?"
Well, if the well is where they wanted to take you, perhaps that is where we should start. I don't know if there's other ways that we can find out what is below. There possibly could be. But this is the most direct way.
Probably about as they're speaking, Dante's bundled up like his crossbow, the pistol, the bullets for it, and bolts, anything that could suffer water damage, plus his hat, which he's put on top of it. Sort of handed it to, walked over to Boltzmann and said, "Boltzmann, will this fit in your bag, your little magic bag?"
Well, I knew why I made this thing watertight. Hand it over, please.
He'd hand over the bundle and then walk back over to the well, and unless anybody has any objections, he'll start sort of lowering himself into the water and using the rope he's got in the well now, plus like his handhold along the side, start sort of pushing himself under. Like, take a deep breath, sort of look around if anybody has any objections, feel a little hurt that nobody has objections, and then start going down into the well. You see this momentary hurt look on his eyes and then on his face, and then he'll start going down into the well.
Camiel is just watching him, and she's worried, and then he makes that theatrical face, and she's like, "Bastard, I swear to God."
Well, only one way to find out what's really under there. And Boltzmann would just nod to Weis as if to say a sort of goodbye. Or would Weis be coming with us, or is he staying?
He says that he's willing to go with you.
And all right. With that, Boltzmann would just nod towards to Weis and would follow suit with Dante. And making sure that before jumping in, he would shut his bag tight.
Okay.
Right, as to avoid water damage. And yeah.
What your armor is? What, a medium armor?
Yeah, it's medium armor.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
So, Dante, you've already gone down the hole? Are you the first one?
Yeah, so his plan is to start making his way down, feeling around for, if he can't see, feeling around for any sort of opening that may be down here.
Okay. So, the rope was there, correct? You put a rope.
Yep.
To the brick that you dropped.
Yeah, and then tied it off up top.
And then you're following the rope.
Yeah. So I'm just basically at the how big is the well itself? Is it 5 foot?
It's about 5 feet wide, and you could fit one person going down it.
So mostly because he's trying to submerge himself, he's probably not using the rope because the rope like the brick's mostly there just to touch bottom and give him an idea of distance. So he's sort of using more the following the rope, but using the well itself to sort of push himself down under the water as he sort of like feels around trying to find an opening of some sort.
You get down to the edge, so it's probably about 15. It's 5 feet to the water, and it's another 20 feet down when you feel the ledge kind of give way, and there is no longer a ledge bottom.
Yep.
You're kind of in open water. The only guide around you is the rope itself.
Okay. So if he fills into the opening, can he like touch the like if he like stuck his arm into the opening, can he feel roof or anything like that? Like is it a tunnel?
What you do is if you get to the bottom of this basically a ledge, and you feel basically like a ceiling or a stone, like a natural rock face that is underneath of it. Yep. But you're still underwater.
Okay. So what he's actually going to do is make his way back up, because he wants to tell everybody what's going on. So as he's making his way back up, if Boltzmann's there, he's like, if Boltzmann can see him underwater, he's got this look of confusion. He's like pushes his ass out of the way, like pushing him up as he sort of starts making his way back up the tunnel. And
Boltzmann would climb up as well.
Yeah, as they both surface, he'll just be like, "What are you doing?"
I didn't want you to go alone.
Okay, thank you. There's an opening underneath, about 20 foot into the water. It's I can feel the roof of it, but I think we're probably going to need light for anybody who can't see in darkness, and it might give us a bit of a range underwater.
Well, I might have something. I haven't used it before, but it could be very useful in this moment.
What?
Wow. And an angel has flown by and I have made everyone quiet.
What?
Boltzmann is just waiting for you to say, what is it?
What? Yeah,
I'm
we're just waiting. Everyone's sort of just waiting.
Left that to a reveal.
She does jazz hands. Light.
Actually, I just realized not only do you have that as a cantrip, but it's also the thing on your weapon. So you could technically make the weapon glow as well.
Either a weapon or some other object. I don't think in this situation her weapon would be a good choice. Something smaller would be best.
Oh.
Yeah, if you wanted to use your weapon as a light, you could do so without using your ability.
Well,
it was.
Really?
It's a cantrip.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't really matter. But the weapon itself has that built into it.
So Dante looks around
it's
and
the bad DMing actually.
He spots like a stick or something on the side, and he just start pointing to it, like sort of like grab the stick, grab the stick. Come on, grab somebody. He's still in the well, like he's like it's like he's sitting there like it's a sauna. The stick.
Boltzmann, the stick.
Oh.
He's in the well too. We're sharing. Someone else.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Weis,
all right.
Can someone help?
Boltzmann is
a little help.
Like
a little help, Weis.
Mission Impossible, spider walking the sides of the well. Roll a strength check, Boltzmann.
Oh god!
Oh my god!
What are you doing? What?
Oh no! His ass is gonna fall right on Dante's face.
What's going on?
Yeah, it should be fun. Strength save.
Yeah.
What's going on? I don't know what's going on.
Divine save us all. What is that? It's a 4. Oh well.
What are you doing, Boltzmann?
His hands slipping until you get to the water. You guys are very close in the water right now.
Oh, that's okay. Like Dante will just grab him. He just hold the edges, man. What are you doing? And just sort of like stop. Just
Boltzmann just
relax.
quiet, just shrugs.
Just relax. It's okay. Stick, light.
Yes,
Come on, people.
of course.
Everyone seems to. Dante's just like rolling his hand. Like what's going on? Come on,
All right, stick, light. No wait, I'm sorry because I think I missed out a bit of something when I went out for a quick bit. I mean, I'm sorry. What is going on?
Oh my god!
No. Because I like stepped out for a bit. I'm sorry.
Okay. Dante went down the hole,
Yeah.
and you
Yes.
followed him.
Uh-huh.
But he went down, and when he caught the bottom of the ledge, then he went back up to be able to tell you guys that it's not just like, it doesn't just open into an air pocket or something. It's actually some sort of like natural stone that he felt. So he went up to tell you, and he was trying to get a light source in there. So he talked about Camiel to get a light source into the well.
Oh, okay. And what stick are they talking about?
The stick.
Dante just like found a stick, like like was looking around for a stick or something like that, and that we could cast the light spell on. So he's just like, just pass the stick, and just
There you
light
go.
on the stick.
Now you're all caught up.
Really sorry.
Eventually.
Yeah.
It's all right.
The stick.
Eventually,
Yeah, okay.
you're able to find a stick, light it, while you and Boltzmann are hugging in the
The well.
in the well.
Yeah.
And she drops it down. You now have a lighted stick in the water.
Dante's starting to get worried about Boltzmann. It looks like he's going to drown just sitting up here treading water and holding onto the side. He just grabs the rope. He grabs the rope and shows Boltzmann. He says, "You hold the rope." Yes, hold the rope.
Boltzmann just nods hesitantly. Okay.
Okay, just come out. You don't need
This
to be
is
a
so
hero.
sad to watch.
You don't need to be a hero in the well. It's okay, Boltzmann. So yeah, he'll go down with the light source. But as he goes under, he'll pop back up. Okay, I'm scouting again. So you can just stay here. Don't drown me on the way down. I'm just gonna poke the light in to see if I can see anything. See how spacious the opening is. Like if the light goes further than I can see underwater. So just come, hold onto the side, hold onto the rope, Boltzmann, and he goes back under the water. Makes his way back to the opening and just sort of uses the light to see if he can shine further than he can see, to get a better idea of the opening and stuff.
So
I think
you
Bran
are
will
able-
also.
Go ahead.
Bran will also take a hold of the rope to help Boltzmann out with if something were to happen to Dante. At least they could
Okay.
both help lift it.
Okay. Yeah, Boltzmann couldn't help because he's in the water himself. Well,
You could probably grab or something. I don't know.
something. So, Dante, you swim back down.
Yep.
The 20 feet down the hole. You feel the bottom of the cave wall. Kind of put your hand on it, kind of push down just enough so you can still have kind of a grip on it. And you shine your light. Roll a perception check as you look at this new place.
And this is where Roll20 hates me.
Good luck.
Yes, I knew it.
Ah, damn it.
It's okay when it's all fun and games, but
Well,
So you take a look around. You look. Basically, this looks like a almost circular in nature. Natural stone. It does not look like it's been cut or made. It looks like it is natural, kind of like an aquifer that's underground.
Yep.
You see it kind of narrowing to basically your left, and you see it kind of opening to your right.
Okay.
As far as the width of the tunnel that you're in.
okay. Can I?
You basically you can move at half speed because swimming, unless you have something that's
No.
unless you have some sort of ability or perk. So you can move at half speed, and you can hold your breath for 1+ con modifiers. So whatever your con modifier is, it's 1 plus your con is the how long you can hold your breath.
So 3 minutes. Okay.
So you have 3 minutes of breath. So what are you doing?
So he sort of wants to go in a little bit, just to sort of. He's just trying to gauge the size of the tunnel of the opening, the inside, and maybe push in a little bit for a minute or so, just to see what's going on. See how far it goes down, see if he gets a bit of an idea, and then if he doesn't find anything significant, like another opening or something like that, or an air pocket, he will go back up, back the way he came up the tunnel, using the rope to surface again.
Okay, so which way are you going to explore? The narrower way or the broader way?
Well, a narrower way at first. So he'll go through the narrow way, just to see how far he can go down for about a minute, and then once he realizes if nothing pops up, like I said, air pocket or something like that, he'll go back and tell everybody what he found. Okay.
So you continue down this narrow passage. You see it kind of narrowing. The more you're traveling down, the kind of more narrow it becomes. You travel for about a minute.
Yep.
And you do not see the end of it. You see it kind of turn in front of you and go off, but you do not see where it goes. After that minute, you swim back and then go back up to the air pocket or the
back to the top of the well. Yeah. Okay. Back to the top of the well to get his breath again and just let everybody know what he's found.
Okay. Yeah, you are definitely able to do that. And then you're going to try again the other way?
Yeah, so if no one has anything else to add, he'll go back down, try the other way again, doing a similar thing.
Okay.
Just going forward a few minutes, and then back as soon as he gauges he got about half the amount of time he has to hold his breath.
Okay, so you go for a minute, and you see it kind of stay wide.
Yep.
And eventually you find an air pocket. You see where the rock has crested, or the water is cresting on the rock, and then there's space above it. You kind of position yourself. This is like almost a full minute that you've taken to be able to get to that spot. You slowly poke your head up. Roll a stealth check for me.
I was going to say, as he does that, he'll sort of stick the stick up his finish
that statement.
Yeah, into his jerkin sort of breastplate, sort of to just keep it covered. So he's
trying to conceal it.
Yeah,
Okay.
So he's not being as obvious coming out of the water, though. Clearly, he understands that somebody could have potentially seen it in the water. So
roll a stealth check. Yep. Okay.
Hates me.
You see basically an opening. You see this basic. You see the cave wall kind of continue up, and kind of the space that first you thought was just a pocket seems to be an opening of a cave, and you see this large cave kind of open up in front of you. You look straight ahead, and you do see kind of where the rock kind of comes up from the bottom, kind of creates almost like this beach area, but still under the water in the cave. Cave's only probably about it goes up in some places, but only about 20 feet tall almost the entire way, but it starts at 0 from where you're at and grows up to about 20 feet of space once you get to the beach area.
Okay, well then he'll sort of take note as best he can of what he can see, and then straight back to the top of the top of the well, to just sort of let everybody know that he's found an air pocket, how long it takes to get down there, but that he hasn't seen anything in particular.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you're more than you can do that successfully, without issue. What are you guys doing next?
So yeah, when he got to the surface, he sort of just let everybody know it's about a minute and a half, 2 minutes to get down there. There's an air pocket. It's larger opening. Once you get down to the opening in the well, it's the more open tunnel. About a minute down, you can find an air pocket with a bit of a beach. I don't know if there's anything else, but I personally can't hold my breath much longer than that. I don't want to drown. underwater. He sort of has a chuckle to himself at that. But if everybody's willing, we could just go down there and search that first.
How deep is the water there, Dante?
It's about 20 feet once you're in the water, about 20 feet down. About a minute's swim of holding your breath, which I'm not 100% certain what that would be, to tell you the truth, in real life. It's about... I actually don't know. It's been a while since I've actually held my breath underwater. Yeah, he'll just sort of give a distance, a rough distance. Like, if you can hold your breath for a minute or so, once you're down, it takes about, a few feet, 20 feet to get down the bottom, and then another minute or so to swim in that direction. You should be able to reach it.
Roll a survival check.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, you don't know exactly how far it is under the water. You do know that the opening that you found was towards the west. I'm sorry, towards the east.
Okay. Yeah, he'll give them the general direction. I'll lead the way. If you want, we can tie ropes together. I'll carry the torch, and that way you should be able to see which direction we're going. But if you want, we can still, if we've got another length of rope, we can sort of hold on to it, bind each other to it just a little bit so that we know which direction we're going. I'll lead the way.
Bran kind of crosses his arms across his chest and he kind of tilts his head towards Camille. 20 feet, Cam. I think we're gonna have to take off our armor for this one.
Well, that's great. Well, alright.
I'll say that, Bran, with your experience, you would know that you are able to swim in the water, but it is definitely at a penalty.
With my plate armor on?
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Actually, the main rules don't say anything about armor and swimming. There's
I'm
a
just
lot of
thinking
home
realistically.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
just
a lot of
thinking
home rules.
realistically.
I saw one home rule when I was looking today that movement speed is 0, but that's not what I'm going to do because you guys both have proficiency.
If you're strong enough, you could probably keep yourself afloat, but
would that be a strength check? I mean, an athletics check.
We can. What I'm going to do is, let's roll. If you guys are going to continue down the path of swimming down there, then you would be roll an athletics check, and depending on that, then we can space it out and see if we need to get to the nitty gritty details of what it looks like you guys going down.
Okay. Rolling athletics.
Same.
What the hell? Oh, hell.
Oh, Camille.
Oh, juicy 9.
Oh, no.
9
What is going on?
do you need an athletics from me
It's
as well?
about.
Oh, sorry. Is it just those two?
So what is your plan exactly? What are you guys doing to be able to?
Do you want to
go down the hole?
We'll get another length of rope, and we just all make sure we hold on to it. I mean, I'll tie it around my waist if you want. I'll go down, and if everyone's sort of holding on to it, and we all move together, we should be able to make it.
Oh no, we're gonna drag them down.
You're gonna drown Dante. It's okay. It's okay.
I
Kiss of life, Bran.
Man. Fuck.
At the same time, if Bran were to strip down his plate armor, he doesn't have anything else. So I don't have any medium or light armor, and I'm pretty sure donning and doffing armor is
like 10
time.
like
10 to 15 minutes.
Something like that, probably.
God knows what's down there, so I would essentially have no AC at all.
We've done that before, and it's taken you at least a couple rounds to get yourself back into shape.
Yeah.
But technically DMG says 5 minutes.
Mm.
Oh, 5 minutes. Okay, that's generous.
Depending on the amount, I have to look at it again. But yeah, I think it's there is a time period there.
Gotcha.
So what do we do?
Looking at our rolls, I don't know.
Metagaming. All right.
Yeah.
What if?
I should have done it before that.
If we?
Yeah.
If you take.
I guess
your armor
I'll
off,
stick with my roll. I'll stick with my roll just for the sake of like not metagaming. So, yeah.
If
Dante, you said this place was to the east.
yes,
Is that correct?
yes.
The opening. Okay. I'm not a great swimmer, but fortunately, I'll be handling myself with this polymorph.
And you see him holding a cocoon. When you're ready, I will follow you.
What is east of their position in the town?
East of their position, there's probably another block or two. Actually,
Is there any notable place to the east of where we are right now?
if
Yeah, because if
you
that's the case,
look
Camiel and
here-
Bran could walk there.
if you look here, this is where the well is, and so the east would be in this direction over here.
Look where?
Oops, sorry.
There we are.
The well is here.
Uh-huh.
So it'd be in this direction.
Somewhere over there. We're not exactly sure where it might lead off to.
Essentially, could Bran and Camiel walk there? I mean, in that direction?
As of right now, the only way that you know of is the well.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I
We
mean,
don't know where exactly it leads to.
Could the other three scout ahead?
what if?
Okay,
Would
whatever you guys want to do.
What if we the three of us we go down first? You guys take off your armor, throw it in the bag of holding. We go down. You can follow. We sort of fan out along the beach. You guys put your armor back on, and we just sort of hold the beach until you the two of you are ready to go. We don't.
Is there any more water beyond that point?
All I really saw was like the sort of like a beach area.
Okay. I just hope we have
Yeah.
time.
I didn't want to go
Yeah, we
scouting
can
too
do
far. As I said
Yeah, we can do
before,
that.
I'm a bit worried that like it just really doesn't matter what. I mean, I'll be honest. I'm pretty sure nothing happened, but anything could have happened while I was down there.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
just to put that out there, that is my concern in regards to this particular situation we find ourselves in. If we go out by
My only
ourselves-
concern, and not to metagame or anything, but that stealth check. Maybe that's what saved you.
you're like
Would-
I'm just Dante's just like
Yeah.
Dante's worried about this
I'm
whole
totally
situation.
cool. Yeah, I'm totally cool with doing that, with, taking off the armor and donning it back once we head down there, but my concern is the time. Like, if we get ambushed or something, I'm essentially going to be useless, and so is Camiel.
Hey.
Well, I mean, we don't have our... I mean, you do have... Okay, let me rephrase that. Actually, Bran will be useless, because I don't have a high HP pool like somebody here.
Look, we'll do our best to protect you, Bran. If worst
Yeah,
case
there you go.
scenario, you just leave.
Just give me 10 minutes! And like Bran's like pulling on a boot, like pulling in his... Just give me 10 minutes, guys! 10 minutes!
The reality,
hold him
Okay.
off.
Yeah.
Time out. Time out.
the reality
We're
is,
gonna go
yep.
with what Dante or Ryan suggested.
The reality
Yeah,
is we need to get Boltzmann
totally
down there. Boltzmann is the only
Yeah.
person at the moment who has a clear understanding and remembers everything that happens. So we
Correct.
need to get him down there. So we get in
The
there.
thing is that it's eliminated.
Well, we don't know if that's well.
Yeah.
Us-
In character, we don't know.
Well,
One
that,
way to
yeah,
find-
that's
Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's do it.
Well,
Let's do it.
well, one question before something I thought of. Having heard Dante tell everyone what he found, would Sirsha, given that this is basically her hometown, remember anything about there being caverns in the area, where perhaps there's another entrance that they could find?
Roll a history check.
Okay. $14.
A 14. I would say that you know that the water that they use in this well and in the Crown's Guard and where they get their water is an underwater aquifer. So there is like a natural water system that kind of flows within this place. You do remember that there was places where you could get into it, but you don't remember exactly where they were. You'd have to. It's not like you could just walk to it. You'd have to go and look and find it if you wanted to.
Yeah, she would share. I mean, she would share that as they were all debating, how best to proceed, but then suggest, as far as time goes, our best bet is to just go down.
Yeah, we'd have to. I mean, given the location of the pocket that I found, we could definitely go looking in that direction and see if there was. But we'd have to knock on doors, find buildings that have access. Yeah, I believe going straight is just the best option we have at the moment. So like Saoirse and I could fan out. Boltzmann hangs back, keeps an eye out. We'll take the beach area. Camille and Boltzmann, you put on your armor, and we just take our time. We don't rush it.
Okay.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
So you will. You all make it down. You all make it continue, including Weis, who shifts as soon as he touches the water. Shifts into a goldfish, and you see him through the light spell. You see him kind of moving towards the direction that you was pointed in. You are able to all make it down into the well, into the water, one by one, kind of pulling on the ropes to kind of keep each other together. You kind of get clustered up as they kind of get to the bottom and kind of work your way to the right direction, and kind of Dante's kind of leading the way and pulling the rope, making sure everyone is following along. Dante, you're much slower this time because you're pulling the weight of everyone with you, but not having the armor on. The weight is still there, so you're still pulling a lot of weight. Did you put it in the bag of holding?
I put all I'm still wearing my breastplate because it's magical. I kind of.
Did they put it in the bag of holding, or do they have it with them and on them?
Sorry,
Random cameo?
Oh, the armor.
Wait, what do you mean?
The armor. Your armor.
They're heavy armor.
Oh yeah, we placed that in the bag of holding.
Okay.
Yep.
So then the weight's not as much, but you're able to pull them along. It gets a little dicey at the end. You're starting to run out of air because you're just going a little bit slower. But eventually you make it. You pop your head into this open area. So I need everybody to roll me a stealth check.
Oh, Jesus.
See, here we go.
No longer at disadvantage because you are not wearing heavy armor.
Hey!
I'll take that 25.
Oh my God! Whoa, Bran. He's like Lee. You take out the weights, and he's just.
Stealth.
He is the Green Ninja.
Okay.
Neato.
Nice rolls, guys.
Wow.
Yeah.
Look at us go. We got this.
Group average over 20.
Yeah.
Well, you are able to very carefully, very slowly and methodically move yourself from the original place where the water kind of breaks and it has this cavern. As you move towards the beach area, those with natural... you have light source there, right? Okay, so you're able to get onto basically the middle of this beach area. I need somebody to roll a perception check. And Branimir and Camo, you start donning your armor, correct?
Yes, correct.
Yes, please.
That
As long as there's no other water.
Yeah.
It'll be. I'm going to give you guys a 5-minute timer on that. So.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't realize you
Thank you.
rolled.
Oh, no
Okay.
worries. I figured since Saoirse and Dante were the ones who were going to fan out that, the two, one of the two of them. So we can take the roll for Dante if you want. Perfectly fine with the 24.
Yeah, we can take both. It's both of you hear different things. So you kind of emerge from this water to this dark, open kind of cavern. When you're up on the beach, you hear. Hold on one second.
I hate that. I
Yeah.
hate that. 1 second.
When I
Click,
slow
click,
down,
click,
click.
Yeah.
You find yourself in this damp, dark cavern. You take a look around, and it's extremely dark. You have your light source in front of you, and you can see kind of the thing. You can see the edges. It's probably about 60 feet on both sides to the end of the cavern. You can see ahead of you. There's a slight a bit of light that you see kind of coming from the very, very end of this cave. Dante, on the left-hand side, you hear this kind of this crunching of bone and this and that is where we're going to pause for our break.
Oh no.
We will
Lovely.
be back in
Lovely.
10 minutes.
Nice.
Lovely.
No, not a descent moment, please.
Lovely. Well
Please.
timed.
Love the descent.
All right.
Is it a little too late for me to say that I have a fear of close spaces?
It's too late.
That'll
We'll
be
catch you
noted.
guys in a bit.
We'll factor that in now.
Yep.
Back in a sec.
So 10 minutes. So you guys have emerged to this damp, dark cavern. It's extremely dark. You have the glow from this stick that you've cast light on in front of you. Who called Dante? You definitely hear from the left-hand side this kind of this crackling noise as and it seems to echo around, but you're definitely hear it from the left-hand side.
Yep. So Dante will hands raised real quick. He'll throw the light source behind him a bit, so that he's not directly in the light source or the focus of the light source, because he can see in the dark. And he'll move to his left a little bit more, but as he throws it, he'll sort of hand up, everybody alert, and then point in the direction of the noise, and he'll sort of try and slink around to see if he can get a look at what's going on, while he gets everybody else on alert.
Okay.
And Saoirse, you heard some of this in the same kind of thing. You felt it kind of more echoing around the chamber and couldn't make out where it was, but you definitely, now that he's pointed out, you definitely hear the same thing, this kind of cracking and sucking kind of a noise.
Okay.
You continue forward. You work your way basically a little bit deeper into this cavern. On the left-hand side, there's kind of an opening in the middle. There's kind of these big, the big stone kind of it's part of the cave walls that are there, but then there's opening in the middle, there's an opening on the left, and hearing it coming from the left, you kind of swing around. You move into position, you move just past near the opening. Roll a perception check. See if you can see what's going on.
Nope.
Dante, roll a perception check.
Yep.
Damn. So you're about 15 feet away, and the closer you step, you definitely hear this intensify. What you peer around this corner, and you are barely able to see through this crack There's a path, but just angling so that you can see past the wall of rock in front of you and a separate wall that kind of puts it into this little concave. You see a human form, chest high. His eyes are staring straight at you. They're wide.
Yep.
You see, holding up his lifeless body is the form of the Mind Flayer. His tentacle is making a pulsing motion on top of the man's head. His black eyes stare back at you but do not react. They look glazed over, as if not fully there in the moment. What are you doing?
Oh my god.
So the Mind Flayer is eating somebody at this point. Is what I'm gathering?
Yep. You see his head fully enveloped on another human skull and the body that underneath of it, and just pulsing and devouring the brain.
Did you say the Mind Flayer noticed me?
The Mind Flayer has a glazed look over his eyes. His black eyes that normally are glazed over are not reacting in the slightest. They are partially kind of open, kind of not, kind of in a squinting. And you hear the noise of the...
Yep.
And you see it glazed over.
Yeah, he's basically lost in the sauce right now.
Yeah, and the guy he's munching on has no idea what's going on, right?
The guy that he is munching on, his blood continues to flow around his face down into a large puddle at the underneath him, and you do not see any life. His eyes are wide, looking like they were frozen at this time when he began to be devoured.
I am conflicted right now. How far away is he, sorry?
He's about 15 feet in front of you.
Oh, God.
I've got one or two things
to hear him.
Yeah, one or two things I want to do right this second. One of them... he'll actually... Oh, God. How long was it since the guys were putting on their armor? Like, was that during the 5 minutes that they were putting on their armor?
I'll say that's about 2 minutes.
What if we help each other with our armor?
And Boltzmann is
then it
there.
may take a little bit longer.
No, Boltzmann is there.
Oh, Boltzmann is helping?
Yeah.
Roll in. Okay.
Oh my God.
Boltzmann, roll an athletics check or a sleight of hand check to see if you're helping or
Good
hurting.
Lord.
Do it.
You sure about this,
Do it.
friends?
You're at 5 minutes right now.
16 is decent.
I'll say you got about a minute left.
Okay, good.
Quietly.
All right, Dante.
Camille.
Knowing what's going on, Dante will actually fall back quietly back to the group, lower Camille down, like sort of like signal to be quiet. Everybody hide. He'll do he'll grab his hand and put his hand in front of his face and do like a wiggly with his fingers, just sort of like Mind Flayer, point in the direction and then just tell the others to hurry up.
As you do
You hear
that,
it stop.
oh God, you can see Boltzmann's mouth. You can see Boltzmann mouthing fangs out. He's mouthing it.
Oh yeah, Dante's already got his weapons out, shield and weapons. He's sort of like indicated everyone to sort of hurry up. Once the armor's on, he'll sort of go into, again, try to make his way around and slink around to try and flush it out, I suppose. If everybody's cool with that.
You go back to the position where you were, looking again, and you see the dead body on the ground.
Yep.
His head completely exposed, the brain halfway eaten out. Actually, the brain and brain matter, still little pieces there, but most of it is gone. And you do not see anything else.
What's everybody else doing? They're waiting for Dante?
They're waiting for themselves to get their armor on.
Well, yeah, so
which
he's...
I'll say at this point, you guys all have your armor on.
Okay.
Right. So oh, sorry.
I just remembered an important fact.
Yes.
Didn't he mention that he would be able to sense minds near him?
Roll a history check.
Shit.
Yeah.
So I remember Tenenbaum telling us that.
Yeah, there's no
I
need
remember.
to hide.
Once again, a 16.
Yeah, I would say that you would definitely remember in your research and in your abilities, just knowing that he was able to communicate with you without ever seeing him. He does have some sort of ability to be able to detect the presence of life around him. Intelligent creatures.
You could see Boltzmann, probably whoever is near him. You could see Boltzmann close his eyes tight and gnash his teeth. There's some he doesn't tell you guys. You can see that he's remembering something, and right now, remembering that is that's one spicy meatball. Okay, he's just anxious now at this point. He now has his arcane firearm ready.
Okay.
Yeah,
what are you doing, Dante?
Dante went forward. As soon as he couldn't see the creature again, he'll sling back and just sort of indicate that there's nothing. He can't see anything.
Okay. You guys are all in your armors. You guys are kind of standing there prepared. Pulled your weapons, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Listening.
All of you at the same time hear a voice in your head. Weis is there with you as well, having transformed back, pulling himself up on the beach.
A defenseless creature simply trying to enjoy a meal. A pack of mongrel bullies, lucky enough to stumble upon me at the right time. Well, you had the drop, but now you don't.
Camille looks around.
You hear Dante say "shit" under his breath.
Make a perception check. Somebody make a perception check.
Dante,
Definitely not me.
Dante, do it.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
Yes.
9 and 8.
Just when we needed it the most.
Yeah. Yep.
You hear a rustling coming from the right-hand side, closer to the beach. You guys are all on the beach area, but you now hear a rustling. You hear a kind of a very kind of like a groan of an animal, kind of more. What are you guys doing?
I'm losing my shit. Is Dante far from us right now?
Dante said he circled back.
Yeah. So
Okay.
in view of everybody, but he's not close.
Okay.
Yeah.
How high is the ceiling?
It ranges in the corners. It goes down to 0 in some places. In some places, it's about 5 feet. The majority of the open center area is about 25 feet to 20 feet. It just kind of goes higher and lower. There's definitely some stalactites holding on from above. Looking, filling this cave area. There are some cave walls that are kind of there, and you can see some kind of natural paths where the stone has been, the water is cut into the stone.
Yeah.
What are you guys doing?
Dante will look back at the group, sort of kind of shrug. What do you want to do?
did that
First of all,
growl?
if anything, Boltzmann would gesture for everybody to stick together and cover each other's, quite literally, be at back to back to each other, just to
What Okay.
Yeah.
What was your question, Brad?
Did the growl resound from the area where the corpse was?
No,
By any chance?
the Mind Flayer and the corpse was on the left-hand side, and this is from the right-hand side.
Gotcha.
The direct
Alright.
opposite point of the cave. And as you pause for a moment waiting, you hear the growl intensify.
Cameo.
Alright, which direction
Oh,
is the growl,
God.
sorry?
From the right beach side, but to the right. It's not very deep into the cave.
Alright.
At that moment, sorry, go ahead.
No, you go ahead, that's fine. I'm sort of on the left side anyway, so...
At the moment where this sound, is it coming towards us?
It sounds like it's growing closer, yes.
Yeah. Camia will she'll hold her halberd and look at the party members, making sure that everyone is close enough, and then she'll use that light, the natural light that would come from her halberd, so that it would ignite the area around them.
Okay.
What color?
White.
I'll have you place yourself on the map.
Okay.
The growls that you hear are coming from this side.
Copy that.
So where do we put
Where?
ourselves? Over at the leftmost?
This is the center. So if you guys were in the center when you came up on the beach and putting your armor on, start there, and then if you want to fan out or however you want to place yourself.
Got it.
Alright, so... Alrighty. Hey. So Dante would have been on the left, sort of covering that tunnel area, so... Which...
Yeah, when you peeked around from right here, and you saw the dead guy here, and the Mind Flayer, and now you just see the body.
Which
And
spot?
over here, to the right, to the left. I'm sorry. That body is the body. Yep.
So I would have been there, sort of...
Yeah,
like-
and then you walk back over to the. You said you came back over. So
Yeah,
you can
so-
flank there.
I would have been back here, sort of looking at the group, sort of... Yeah. When that noise started.
And from this area here, on top of this kind of little bit of rock, and halfway in the water, you see this creature emerge.
What the
Approaching you slowly is a bloated, oval-shaped figure about 8 feet, 10 feet wide, with 3 shuffling elephantine legs. Its body is kind of hard to see in the dark, but it's there's mold and moss and mud covering most of this creature, making it kind of hard to see clearly where the wet cave floor ends and where this mountain of a creature kind of begins. As it moves forward, you see this long set of tentacles that are kind of flailing along, helping it guide itself along the rock and the sides of the walls. A third tentacle pops up from the center of this mass, forming like a vine-like stalk, standing about 2 feet off the ground, off of its body. The cave is kind of low, and this kind of creature almost fills this whole side over here, where this lower, almost about 10-foot high ceiling is. A rock drops from the ceiling as it kind of bumps into it, and the massive creature kind of moves its tentacle and swings it around quickly to the sound, and then monitors it, and then the motion, looking at the motion before pushing forward again, pointing in your direction.
Can Camiel make I don't know what kind of check it is. I'm pretty sure Siersha can do this better. But can this creature see?
Roll. Somebody can roll a perception check, or somebody could roll a nature check.
I'm going to say it's probably not Dante this time.
Yeah.
Yeah, Saoirse would
Saoirse?
definitely be wanting. Saoirse would be wanting to make see if she can figure out what the hell this thing is. So, make a
Can
nature
can
check.
Camiel like sort of whisper this to Saoirse because she does notice that this thing
Kinda
is just
far away.
moving around. Yeah. Does this thing see
Um,
us?
Can Boltzmann also roll for a nature check? Or
Yeah, that's fine.
And actually, real quick question. So, does sorry, I'm gonna get some metagaminess here. Does this thing qualify as a monstrosity, or is it more likely an aberration?
Roll your history check, and you could be able to determine.
Okay. Well, because
History or nature.
Yeah. Well, I'll roll a nature. The reason I'm asking is because for a favored enemy, you have advantage on survival checks to track, blah, 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 as well as on int checks to recall information about them. If it's a monstrosity, that's one of her favored enemies. So
It is not a monstrosity.
Okay. Oh.
oh hey,
Good.
so 20.
Didn't need it anyway.
Yeah, I'll take the 20.
Yeah, you kind of feel this, the same kind of your
Primeval Awareness.
Yeah, Primeval Awareness is kind of going nuts like a spidey sense, seeing this thing and being in the presence of the Mind Flayer again. You kind of feel everything around you is corrupt and not of this nature, not of this plane.
Sorry, just real quick, that little spot that I just drew, that would have been like before when he threw the torch back under the ground and then moved off. So when he moved back,
Okay.
that'd be the I suppose the rough location of the torch.
Of the light. Okay.
Yeah.
And then Camiel has her she said that she lit up her Binu Blade as well.
Yes.
And that's a 30 or 60 foot.
Peanut blade. I know for the light itself, it's around 30 foot.
Okay, so yeah, you guys can see about 30 feet in front of me. You see this thing, kind of creature, kind of stalking from the status. I need everybody to roll for initiative. Let me get it out.
Oh boy.
No.
Wait.
This is where
Wait,
the
wait,
fun
wait,
begins. No, no.
That's right. Remove all turns.
Okay.
Clear.
Right.
Okay,
We good?
Yeah, we're good now.
neat. Oh,
Where is?
Yeah, I'll take the 20 instead.
Oh.
Jesus.
What the hell was that? Yeah, roll 20 hates me again.
Ouch.
If it's not important, it doesn't like it.
You have to click on your token, hun.
Yeah. Hang on. Try that again.
Chitilla.
Come on.
I rolled a
You know, what
2.
is Weis?
I rolled a 2.
Still
Weis,
bad, but
oh no.
all right.
I don't see Weis anywhere. Uh-oh. Token.
There we go.
Alright.
Isn't he
there
still
we
a goldfish? Oh.
No,
no.
he already transformed.
He transformed back.
go.
I have to mark off polymorph.
So, I'm sorry. Did Saoirse figure out that this creature can?
She was looking. She was asking what the origin of it was.
I see.
Oh, I thought Saoirse was looking for on whether or not this thing would see. That's
Somebody roll a perception.
Probably not me.
Somebody.
Okay, you know what?
roll a
I'll do
Somebody
it. I'll do
else? Oh, okay.
it. Come on.
You can do it. Hells yeah. Neat.
Okay.
Oh.
You do see
Very nice.
when this swings over, you see it kind of monitoring. When you see the rock fall and the tentacle kind of move around it, you do notice and are able to catch 3 eyeballs that are on the tentacle itself.
On the tentacle itself. Okay.
Yep.
She will tell everyone. Well, she'll let. Actually, since Bran is the closest to her, she'll whisper it to him, and then she'll ask him to spread the word to the others. So, yeah. that would be the
How
target.
many charges? Out of curiosity, how many charges does my ring of sending have?
1 per day.
Oh, 1 per day. Well, forget that idea then.
Have you used it today?
No, I have not.
I don't think so.
Sorry.
It's okay. Take your time. We're all just gonna die. Oh,
It's named.
Queen Otyok.
It's like
It shouldn't be called that.
O2 or something like that, isn't it? Honestly, never heard someone pronounce it. I've always read it, never pronounced it, and it's always the worst way to learn.
I don't want to pronounce it.
It should have been called something else, but same name. It shouldn't be a hatchling, but it's okay. We're good.
Okay.
No, just keep it clean. It's more fun.
Yeah, keep it small. Keep it small.
I think it's called Damn You Ugly.
You see as it pushes forward, you do see like this massive fang-filled mouth, and it's kind of shaped like a crude gash throughout the center mass of its body, and it kind of opens like half of its body just to open its mouth to chomp down. Who's first here? Let's
Not Dante.
sort this.
Or Weis.
Pretty sure that's
Or Cameo.
Saoirse.
Descending. Saoirse, what you doing?
Seeing this thing, realizing that it is not natural. She does not give a shit. She's going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark.
Yep.
Or effectively cast. Then she is going to take 2 shots.
Wait, does it know that we're here?
Yeah, it saw you and it started moving in your direction.
I also believe
Slowly, but
Saoirse said she does not give a shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's an aberration. She knows it's an aberration. It's unnatural. She does not care. She's gonna kill it. So she would have. There we go. I'm guessing the 11 misses, but 23. 23 hit. So
23
9 damage.
Okay.
And then so bonus action. Yep, that's going to be her turn. Oh, wait. And then real quick, she is going to basically kind of back up and around. Actually, everyone. Nice. Probably to about.
Any of these, like this, is kind of boulders that are on the ground. These are walls, so that goes all the way to the ceiling.
So she could probably see over the boulder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it would be a little bit over there.
In that case, yeah, she would kind of try to squeeze past Boltzmann to get behind cover.
Gotcha.
And from there, that is the end of her turn.
All right, Boltzmann, what you doing?
Boltzmann, you're muted.
Try it again. Boltzmann, what you doing?
I'm sorry, because
He's
I had
still
to mute
laughing.
myself because of reasons.
Just lost his shit.
So it's the name.
It's the name. I'm sorry.
I typed it
It's
in.
my Filipino ass.
I typed it in chat.
Inside Filipino joke.
Yeah. Anyways, Boltzmann would.
How rude.
Boltzmann would shake his head and seeing how Saoirse had already fired, does it now positively look like it's noticed us?
Yeah, it was moving in a direction anyway, and now that it's gotten 2 arrows, you see it, and it extends its mouth open. You can see like half of its body move just to make a growl out of its big, mouthy, maw of teeth.
Well, so much for staying quiet. And at this point, Boltzmann would reach into his bag and, as usual, pull out his trusty little sidekick, Barnabas.
Barnabas!
The mechanical creature skitters down onto the beach, like soil, I guess, and skitters forwards a few feet up there. Right
some of it's rock, some of it's like slate rock, some of it's like loose gravel. But yep.
And Barnabas is right in front of you, Camiel, and don't worry, you can step over him. And
Got it. Please,
Barnabas will-
she'd tell you to focus on the eyes if you can. You need to blind this creature.
although Boltzmann would now have a bit more trust on Barnabas's aiming, he would still command Barnabas to take a shot at the center of mass of the creature, and rolling to hit with a force ballista.
Come on.
And, oh my god! Why? 12.
That's a hit.
Does
That's a hit.
That's a hit.
12 does not hit.
God damn it!
Damn it.
You see this force of energy kind of blast off, and it just misses one of the tentacles and ricochets off the ground, off the slate or the rock underneath of it.
God damn it! And after that, Boltzmann would Boltzmann would take a few steps back, and that would be his turn.
Okay. Branimir.
So I guess seeing this giant creature kind of lumber out of the water here, I assume this place smells like hell too, considering like the bloated corpses.
Yeah, it's there's a few corpses in here. You do notice a smell. It's not overwhelming, but you do notice a stink.
Yeah, so as it kind of lumbers out, Bran kind of instinctively covers his nose with his arm for a bit as it kind of opens its mouth to roar. And seeing as Saoirse has loosened her arrows into the creature, Bran's just kind of places his hand on Camille's shoulder again, kind of giving it that double tap again as an indication of him rushing up behind her. He'll kind of mutter under his breath, hell. And he will... Oh, wait, can I fit... Ooh. Can I squeeze around Camille there?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, man. Drats. Okay. Looks like I can only move here. And...
You can
I
move
will...
that way. It's only 10 feet, so if you're here to there... And
Oh,
then...
okay. Oh, okay. I thought I'd have to go around Camille for that. Alright. Yeah, I'll place myself right here, and I will cast... Wait, where is it? Come on. There you are. Cast Guiding Bolt. Yikes.
Okay. 15 hits.
Alright.
Nice.
So... that'll give us advantage on the next attack.
So you see this big green lightning bolt streak across the darkness of this cave, slamming into the side of this beast as it kind of snarls back, its tentacles raise up and kind of defending itself. You hear it growl again, but you also notice a large glowing space that it's on the side of this thing, now making it easier to hit the next time it gets hit.
Alright, and it also takes 15 damage.
Okay.
And as a bonus action, Bran will summon his spiritual weapon. Wait, that's within range. And he will attempt to make a swing with it.
Okay.
Ooh. 16 hits?
Yep.
Alright,
Yes, it does.
great.
Another
And that is
5
7.
damage.
7.
Okay.
And yeah, that's all he'll do.
All right. You all, actually, Boltzmann, you hear in the back of your mind, "Are you free now, Boltzmann? Are you really free? Are you sure?" And then you see the creature move forward. 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Let me see. Okay. And then it will reach out towards Branimir.
Okay.
And try to wrap around with its tentacle.
Oh no.
Oh yes. I mean, oh no.
No.
Jesus Christ.
Swings once and misses, and swings with the other one towards the same body, which does not hit again. It will attempt to make a bite attack at Weis.
Oh no.
Actually, before that,
Yep.
may I make a reaction to use the Repulsion Shield?
Sure.
No, it would only. You can only do
Oh,
that.
if it hits, I'm
it-
sorry.
only if it
That's
hits.
right. That's
If
right.
it
Only
hits.
if it hits. I keep on forgetting that. Sorry.
It will roll a bite towards
Oh, not
Weis.
Ah,
Which armor, as
Yikes.
the wizard, is not a battle wizard, so he
Wet
will get
paper.
hit.
No!
It's a wet noodle.
It's okay. He's a
How do I do
dragon.
this?
He's a half dragon.
Took 14 damage. 14 damage.
He's good.
And
It's okay.
he will roll a Constitution save.
Oh, and DM, when you have the time, if you could... actually, I don't know if you want to disclose that information or not, but if you could reveal Weis's health bar.
No, he will not reveal his health bar.
Okay. Alright.
No, the NPCs will not.
Gotcha.
He fails his con check. And so you see Weiss kind of this bite of this creature, kind of half of its body again moving up and taking a snap at Weiss. Weiss' arm gets caught into the mouth, pulls it back, and you see you see Weiss kind of grabbing at his arm. You see like a black ichor that's kind of around the bite marks where his arm has been exposed,
no.
and he's kind of bitten into it. And he is now considered poisoned.
Poisoned, okay.
That is the hatchling's turn. Camiel, I need you to make a...
That would be Dante.
No.
Sorry.
Nope. No, I'm not done
No?
with my turn.
Oh shit.
I need... let's see, a 60-foot cone.
Damn it.
60 feet would be... Let's see, hold on one second. Where's my thing? Boop, 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 boop. I need everybody but Dante to make
Don't do
Everybody
this.
but Dante make a intelligence saving throw.
Motherfucker.
Oh hells yeah!
Hey, I'm good at I'm alright at those.
Oh my god, sir, why?
Saoirse actually has... Oh, well. If that's alright. Your aura, hun.
Yeah. +2, I believe.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. And is this against being frightened?
This is
shit.
Nice.
Nice. Natural 19.
Uh,
Soft 19.
Little
no,
miss,
this is not against being frightened.
little not so
Okay,
little
so
miss
18.
stubborn.
She's gotten
Yeah.
stronger.
Yeah, so if she get... that's a +2 from your aura, from Camiel's aura. Yeah, so that should be an 18 for Saoirse.
So if you got a 17 or higher, so Bran, you did not. You are currently... you take the full damage, and you are currently stunned for 1 minute.
Great.
every round you get to roll an intelligence saving throw to try to break it. Everyone else takes half damage.
Half. Got it.
Did the creature take any damage at all that we noticed?
You see him. No, he did not. He did not. You do not see him be affected by this. Damage. All right, Dante, it is your turn.
Yep. How deep is this the water to the south of the
You could get about.
Attyugs?
You could get. I would say about 5 feet here. I'm sorry. I'd say it's about 5 feet here. It's about 10 feet here.
Well, screw that.
Kind of slopes down.
That's all good.
You could be here and still be. You could be here and be okay. About waist high. It gets a little deeper here. I'd say 5 feet's about here.
So Dante's going to move about here. Bonus action dash. He's not really dashing, but to get roughly opposite Weis to flank it. And at the same time, as he passes Weis, he tells Weis, fall back. We need... Because did Dante, did he see the attack from the Illithid? Did he notice that attack, actually?
You notice this energy wave that kind of blast over everyone, and you see Bran's eyes kind of glazed over at this point. You also see Weis's eyes glazed over at this point.
So he'll sort of smack Weis in the back of the head as he walks by, as he runs past him. Weis, disengage. We need to see.
You do not see a response from him.
The Illithid is invisible, and he'll say that as he runs past, because that's what they do.
Okay. Yep.
So he'll do his dash to get there. The idea is to get advantage on his attack.
As soon as you get close to this creature, you take in this smell, and it's a horrible smell.
Wonderful. Are there any saves I have to worry about?
Not right now.
All right, cool.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to stab his... Oh, did I change that? I think I did. He's going to... as he's running past, he'll flick out his little... well, actually, no, he's already got his rapier out. So as he gets close, he'll make his attack. Buttons.
Definitely hits.
So 22.
Okay. Kind of scrape up his backside, put like a big D, letter D on his backside, scraping it into his mossy hide.
And unfortunately, he doesn't really have...
Nobody gets a Zaro reference. Zaro is old, I'm sorry.
What, a Z? Did you say a Z in his backside? No.
But you're Dante, so it would be a D.
It'd be a D.
Oh, fuck off.
It'd be a giant D on his ass.
Nice.
And then afterwards, Dante could say that he gave him the D.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, he doesn't have a bonus action because he just used it, so he's just there, shield up, bright new silver sword at the ready, and that's his turn. Actually, sorry, he'll also call out just to let everyone know that the Illithid, beware the Illithid.
I mean, it's a little too late now, but you had advantage on that because of Guiding Bolt.
Well,
I
still 20s.
Yeah, I gave myself advantage by moving into position. I forgot about the Guiding Bolt.
Does that still count then? Does the Guiding Bolt still there?
Yeah, it's the first successful attack, or it's the first attack after.
I'm sorry, Bran.
Oh man.
Dante. Advantage.
Dante.
Actually, with Weis stunned, he wouldn't have gotten advantage. The advantage would have come from you, but it doesn't really matter because the 20 is still higher.
So is it still there? Is the Guiding Bolt still there, or is it consumed when Dante?
No, after the first attack, it would have been done with or without his own advantage.
Sorry, Bran.
Well,
you're a bit stunned right now, so.
Camille.
Yes. So when she felt that I would only assume would be the mind blast at first,
Mm-hmm.
she holds herself and grips her halberd, and seeing as she is stronger now, she successfully dodges that attack.
Mm-hmm.
And she watches as Weis here gets attacked, and watches as Dante does his own thing, of course, smacking Weis in the head as he wheezes right by. And now, what she is going to do is she is going to approach the monster, stand beside Bran, and she is going to attack with her halberd. Just
Actually,
the normal attack.
make
Yes?
a Constitution saving throw.
Motherfucker. Okay. Con. Wait, why am I blind now?
What?
Oh, there it is.
The overwhelming scent of this creature, as soon as you are in its wake, you just get overwhelmed by this stench that comes off of this foul odor.
I see.
Odor.
Plus
10
2.
does not.
+2. Wait.
Still does
Camille,
Yes.
10 +2. You get a +2 for your own aura.
Yes.
And Boltzmann will actually try to use Spark of what's it called? Flash of Genius, which is a reaction on my side to give you a +4 to a save,
That would
Okay.
be a
Hopefully.
16.
bumping up the total save to 16 with that save now.
Yep.
Oh, thank God. Thank you.
Yes,
Oh, thank
that's a
you.
reaction on my side, and I can now only use it 3 more times. All right.
Okay.
Please
Okay.
use it on me.
Yeah, next time. I actually don't know how to RP that. Oh my.
What the hell is going on? What is this? is-
12,
What?
11, 9.
No.
Yeah,
Not-
you are overwhelmed by this stench and Boltzmann's magic. You see this aura kind of some sort of device. I don't know how to roleplay that. either.
Probably. If anything, alright. If anything, Boltzmann will reach into his pocket. He's gonna pull out that little gadget that he uses to protect Bran, and he throws it towards Camiel. And as it approaches you, Camiel, sensing you sense the odor. The device sprays a mist of something that smells nice. Something
It's
that's
probably a gust of air kind of clearing out
Yeah.
the path of it. Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
It faintly smells of coconut. Yeah. All right. And after that, the device zooms back towards Boltzmann. Boltzmann just catches it and pockets it.
You feel this. You're distracted by this overwhelming scent of coconut and this stench of the creature, and you are distracted and make swings with your blade, but end up missing the creature completely.
And you could just hear Camille cuss. Fuck! I don't know what that is, but it smelled of coconuts. Thank you.
Rotten
welcome.
coconuts.
You're welcome. I think. Sorry.
It's a pity Bran is stunned right now.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Bran.
All right. Weis is stunned. Will make a intelligence saving throw. A 16, which does not pass. He is still considered stunned.
God damn it.
Saoirse, back to you. Top of the round.
So Saoirse is going to make her way over to here. That should be, let me just double check. That's 5. Yep, that's 30 feet. She's gonna get as far back as possible, and then she should still be able to make, yep. She should be able to shoot between the two of them.
Yep.
Otherwise, she's gonna ping Boltzmann or Weis in the back of the head. My bad. As long as she doesn't roll that one.
Please don't.
I'll take it. She is going to yell out to Dante, dump a flask of oil on it. And then she's going to take 2 shots with regular arrows. 17 and nat 20. Hee. Does a 17 hit?
Yes.
17 hits? Okay.
Yep.
Woo. Okay, so then after that... So that is going to be 8 and 31 damage, if I'm doing the math right.
Nice. Okay.
31 damage.
Very good.
That is her turn. She just pegs this thing right. I imagine it opens its maw and she pegs it right in the roof of the mouth.
You definitely make a whole bunch of contact here, and these arrows are penetrating very deeply in this naturally armored creature. It doesn't have a lot of defenses. It does have a lot of, other things going on, but it doesn't have a lot of defense, and you're able just to nail it completely on the roof of the mouth with the open mouth as you just release your arrow and it flies directly in, penetrating the top of his mouth. You can actually see a little bit of it sticking out the top of the from inside, poking out just a little bit on the top of his roof of its head. Boltzmann, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my.
You are 15 feet within the creature.
Uh-oh. Let's hope. Hells yeah.
Ooh.
That is 20. Soft
Yep.
20. Alright.
You're good.
And Boltzmann saving from that, he instinctively takes a few steps back. And he aims his arcane firearm at the creature and squeezes the trigger and shoots out a firebolt.
Go ahead.
Does a 26 hit? Hells yeah.
Yep, it does.
And it does. That is a pitiful amount of damage. 10 damage.
Hey.
Yeah, damage is damage.
Counts.
And Barnabas, as if taking cue, also takes aim and takes a shot. Please, Barnabas, please. Oh my god, that's a nat 1.
Oh, Barnabas.
Oh, Barnabas, that's a nat 1. It charges up. Barnabas charges up, and as it tries to shoot out the energy, nothing happens. Boltzmann just shakes his head once again. All the pride that he felt on during the last encounter, it has now evaporated. Oh, Barnabas, what am I going to do with you? And that is the end of my turn. Oh no.
Oh no.
DM?
Moose?
The DM.
Oh, sorry. I'm muted. I was muted. I apologize.
Oh goodness.
Branimir, at the start of your turn, roll. You are currently stunned. Roll an intelligence save.
Alright. Please.
I get a +2.
Yes.
Alright. And if needed, I can just toss another. That is a 14.
Please.
And then
Boltzmann.
throws once again, pulls out his gadget from his pocket, throws it towards you, Bran. And this time, as the you can see the gadget zoom past through you, Camiel, and it faces Bran right in the eye, and it flashes a bright light onto Bran's eye. Eyes, somewhat blinding him, essentially trying to refocus his mind with a bright light.
Does that say that you have to see the person?
Yes, I have to see the person, and I have to be within 30 feet. Yeah,
You're
30 feet.
30 feet away, but you have this creature, Weis, Camiel, all in between you. Roll a
What?
perception check.
Oh,
See if you can get that 5 bonus.
Oh, come on, please.
Perception?
Please. Me. Oh my god.
Well, the DM really wants me out.
The DM isn't really...
I'll get the grave.
Yeah,
ready.
that was for Boltzmann for a perception
That was
check.
for me.
Because he had to
Oh,
see
okay.
through. He had to see through all the traffic because there was Weis and you standing,
Oh,
and the creature in between him and
I see.
Bran, and he had to
Camille
see it
isn't
for his
small
spell to
anymore.
work. I will not make you burn. You do not see
Alright.
him. You do not cast the spell.
I see.
Yeah.
So you're 12 plus 2.
14.
Yes.
That doesn't
14?
save.
14 does not save.
God
Yes.
damn it.
You are still considered stunned.
Well, good luck, everyone.
The creature will take their attacks. He will make one attack on Weis, and I believe it would have advantage because it's stunned. Is that correct? Which it fails to hit.
Wow.
Kind of crap is that?
It's called
yeah.
unfair.
Yeah, I know, right? You should just roll it again. I mean,
I should.
No!
It will reach behind it where it has been hit and reach for Dante with its other tentacle.
19, 19. Oh, hello.
29.
Lovely.
You are currently grappled.
Oh my
The
god.
tentacle wraps around you and holds you tight.
Yep.
As you begin squeezing, you feel this pressure build up and just feel the life kind of draining from you as it's doing this damage as it tries to crush you.
Oh.
It is holding you currently.
How much damage is that?
I
Holy
can't
crap.
see.
6, 9, 15.
That is...
Boltzmann, where are you?
Yes, I'm here. Sorry, that is 30.
30.
30.
I shall
No,
uncanny.
it's 30.
I shall uncanny dodge that.
Okay.
Can you do that while grappled?
Yeah, it doesn't say I can't. It just says as
Holy
long as
shit,
I can
that's
see,
cool.
as long as I can see the attack, I can. My reaction halves the damage.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Ooh, 15 damage.
And then it will make one bite attack in the direction of Camiel.
Yes, the snack. Why don't you?
Which I do not believe hits.
No. I don't think you can handle Ginger.
Tries to reach out with you with its wide, toothy
Ugh.
mouth, and just the stench of its breath is even worse than what you've smelled before, and it's just bad. And that is its turn. Boltzmann, as you as you are moving away, again, you are the only person here.
You're gonna have to try a lot harder than that. I think I'll be making my way far from here. I'll see you again later, Boltzmann.
Bastard, get back here! Boltzmann doesn't say this in his mind, he actually yells it out physically. You can see there's this look of anger now on Boltzmann's face. Disappointed, probably targeted at himself because of failing something. And yeah, god damn it.
Dante, it's your turn.
Well, one is bound by a disgusting tentacle.
Damn it.
Yeah, your motion, your movement is 0 unless you want to try to use your action to kind of break free.
We're
Well,
breaking free.
I don't think so. Dante's going to try and stab it again.
Yep, you can certainly do that. Stab away.
And still with advantage? Wait a minute, is Weis down?
Weiss is stunned. He does not count
He's
as a.
stunned.
Yeah,
He is
he's
stunned and poisoned.
And poisoned, yes.
Ah, well then I shall take advantage of my attack when I try to stab this ugly thing. 17 hit.
17 hits.
Nice.
Oh, not so nice. So that is 14.
14, yes.
Yep.
And then can I try the swappy handsy thing with like the instant recall of my blade to grab my shield and whip out a dagger to slash at it? Is that too much?
You're taking out your. Are you dropping your shield, or what are you doing with your shield?
I want to like instantly like get rid of the rapier in my right hand, grab my shield, so I'm still holding it, and
So you can. Yeah, you can drop your rapier with a free action, and you're going to draw your dagger.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll say you can do that.
Is that okay?
Yeah, I'll let you do that.
Oh, it's my favorite DM.
Well, because you're also not moving, you're just kind of stuck there. So if you were moving and doing that, it's all within that 6 seconds. So I'm
Yeah.
giving you a little bit of freedom to be able to
I
do
appreciate
that
that.
because you're not moving.
And I practiced
Yep.
for 5 minutes, so.
Yep. I know, I heard you.
That's okay. He missed anyway.
Yeah, 11 does not hit.
I just hear Dante just like cursing cursing out loud as he's trying to stab this thing, like rapier in one, and then tries to pull out his dagger to stab it again.
Yeah, you go and you make that connection with the rapier, and it kind of, because of you did make that attack with the rapier, it kind of moves you up into the air, and so when you would go to stab it, you're further away than you thought, and you were not able to make contact. Camille, you already passed the Constitution, so it is your turn. You do not have any saves.
Camille is a little torn at the moment. She looks at Weis.
Go ahead.
She looks at Weis, and then she looks at Dante, now being casted into the hentai world, and is just staring. And she has to make a choice. Because she can heal poison. Yes. But I don't think she knows that he's poisoned at all. So I suppose...
You roll a free perception check.
Oh, thank you. Let's see. Perception? Come on, dice gods, please. Jesus.
So you
Okay,
do
well,
notice that he is standing there. He is not moving. You do notice that there is the attack on his arm is there, and it is black, and it is continuing to be black. The damage is not going away, but you don't know for sure that he's 100% sure that he's poisoned.
Okay, shit. I think for now she's going to try and free Dante from this disgusting hug that he's in.
Okay.
So she will make her way over here, and she is going to try and slash at the tentacle that has grappled Dante.
Okay, so I'm going to call that a called shot. So there's a +5. Go ahead and swing for it.
Okay, thank you. Oh,
What?
wow, baby!
Oh, wow.
So you rain down this Binu blade, and you see it just kind of you see this light coming from the side. You see this other green light coming from Branimir's weapon, and you see it just kind of shimmer as you bring it down, almost in slow motion, cutting off the tentacle and freeing Dante. Go ahead and roll damage for those two. Actually, all three.
All three. Oh, okay.
Ooh. 14 is the AC.
Neat. Oh, 15. 27.
That is 27, yes.
27.
And you rolled. You rolled
Oh,
a
yeah.
crit on one, so you need to roll the double the damage then.
Oh,
Double. We'll say the first one is doubled.
27.
do I roll
plus-
again or?
Nope, it's doubling
No,
the whatever you get.
Okay.
Oh wait,
So,
no,
yeah,
she
this is the
also
first-
activates her power of rebirth as well since she crit on the
Oh,
main
yeah.
blade.
Nice.
So
What?
+7.
You
Is-
critted, so there's a.
So that's
special feature
34.
That first
34 damage.
that first
there.
slashing.
Oh yeah, it's
is-
damage equal to your paladin level.
Oh.
that
So that would be
first,
So
7.
another.
that first slashing damage was the crit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that 14 is doubled. So the 7 is 14.
Nice.
Yep. And then you're level 7? So
Yes,
another
level
7
7.
damage. Okay.
So 44 damage.
You are definitely seeing that this thing is
Good God.
feeling hurt. As you cut off one of its tentacles, you just hear it scream in pain. And it is upset. It is not
Good.
happy in the position that it is, and it is badly hurt.
Yeah, and she, seeing that Dante is now freed.
Yep.
Correct.
Dante is
Yeah,
now free.
She'll put a hand on his shoulder and just keep her eye on this monstrosity.
Of a bitch. Okay. And we does nothing.
Poor Weis.
Uh-oh.
I had something planned to show off something.
Poor
Here we go.
Weis. Poor Weis.
Stuck there. Saoirse, it's your turn.
Okay, so Saoirse, not knowing whether or not Dante was able to dump the oil, she is going to. I'm assuming she was able to, just because of everything else, I didn't mention it aloud. I'm assuming she was able to get the fire arrows, and she's going to pull one out.
Yeah.
Using a bonus action to light it, she's going to take a shot at this creature. Going to test one of them out. Kind of excited.
So you strike the arrowhead onto the flint that
Yeah.
Boltzmann attached. Hells yeah.
So, 8. And that's going to be, what was it? An extra
1d4.
1d8 fire?
1d4. Just 1d4.
1d4. So,
21 hits. Wow. Okay.
Yup.
there we go. And
Oh, nice.
5 fire damage.
Crit damage.
Yep.
And this beast is definitely not liking this. Does not like the fire. And screaming out in pain.
Let me give you this as well. That's going to be 16 damage on the first shot. 5 of
Hells
it
yeah.
fire.
Okay.
And then she's going to take another. She's kind of excited. She's just so excited. Take another shot. Oh, and 13.
13 does not miss. Does not
too
hit.
excited. Too excited. She's got to
Oh.
get. She's got to practice lighting the.
The
Fire
beast
arrows.
is now flailing so much that when you go to hit it, you go to try to hit it, and you can't get a read on anything but the mass, and it just misses. Goes wide just a little bit.
Yep, and that is the. So that will be the end of her turn then.
Okay. Boltzmann.
Boltzmann repositions himself to hugging like the edge of the wall, and he moves towards close to Barnabas. He then takes a peek out of. Is this a? You mentioned that this is a boulder, so
Yeah, you can be on top of this. This is solid wall.
all right. If anything, Boltzmann would just take a peek out of the boulder, aim his arcane firearm, squeeze the trigger once more, and please, by the gods, let this hit. 28. All right. It's a 19, and does. Why do I still keep on rolling ones? 9 damage. As the bolt of flame connects into the center of mass of the creature.
Yep.
And Barnabas, following the footsteps, just following the orders, takes aim, fires, finally hits, and it does.
Roll for damage.
I'm sorry, 11 damage. Disregard the 4. 11 damage, and it is pushed back by 5 feet as the force, the magical bolt hits the creature. It recoils and is pushed back by 5 feet.
Okay. Branimir, make an intelligence save.
Okay, I
Come on,
moved myself. God damn it.
Oh boy.
Bear.
Bran, you can do it. That
No.
is a
Oh my
10
god.
plus 2. Plus 2 from Camille. And Boltzmann. He has line of sight. He does his thing. He throws his gadget. It floats near you and flashes a bright light and popping up the save to 16 total. Does a 16 save? Yeah.
16 does not save.
What the heck?
Wouldn't it be a 10 plus 2 plus 5?
10 plus 2 plus 4. My
Oh, 4.
intelligence is 4.
Oh, okay.
Has a bonus of plus 4.
Gotcha.
God damn it. Ooh.
Does not. That's an interesting thing.
What is?
Nope, doesn't say. I'm just reading the effect. The creature again will attack. Very upset that it was just removed of its tentacle. It will take now one attack at Camiel.
She braces herself.
Which connects.
Yes, it does.
He
mad. Or she mad. Sorry, didn't mean to be sexist.
And you were now grappled. And it will take its second attack to try to slam you now that it has you grappled.
Harder, daddy! That would be...
Make a... Wait. Constitution saving throw. As it takes it, once you've wrapped up in its one free tentacle, kind of slams you onto the ground. Make a DC 14 Constitution save.
Yeah.
Which you just miss. So you'll take 10 bludgeoning damage as the creature kind of picks you up and slams you down onto the ground. And that is its turn, because it has lost a tentacle. So I'm going to say that it lost its multi-attack. Other attack. Dante.
Well, that's a good
You see this creature. It's pissed off. It's looking very hurt. There's a black ichor puddle that is now standing in.
Yeah. That's a very good question. As in, what's he going to do for his turn?
That is the question.
Oh, he's not happy. So you said this was 5 feet, so we're basically... would that be Harvey's movement as he walks through the water?
If you're walking through the water, yeah, it would be half movement.
So that should still get him to... Well, like there, so he's diagonally from Camille. Is that right?
Yep.
So that would give him advantage?
Yep.
Alright, so he's gonna like shield in left hand, rapier, and try and stab once again. Oh, sorry, that should be
Definitely.
advantage. Sorry, that should have been advantage.
Roll, see if you crit.
No, not that lucky.
Roll damage.
So 25.
Yeah, you definitely see this creature. You climb up on next to this kind of rock that's in the middle, and you find a little bit of height so that you're able to get up. And as you jump off towards the creature, you flick your wrist, and your rapier blade extends as you jump towards the creature, slicing him into the face. You pull up, and you are just gutting this creature in half. And as soon as you're stopped, you notice the creature itself collapses under the ground into a large puddle of black ichor.
Yay!
Yeah, I finally killed something.
Woohoo!
Nice!
Oh man.
Hell yeah. We did it.
Oh my god.
It takes a moment, but Bran, you are able to shake free of the effects. Your Weis is able to clear his mind and be free of the effects of this of the mind flare. And you guys are there. What are you guys doing?
Dante almost immediately, just like once it's done and everyone's sort of shaking out, he will run towards the north side, trying to see if there's any sign of, like, visible sign. He's not a tracker, so any visible sign of the mind flayer or anything like that.
Yeah, you go to that position and you see nothing.
Boltzmann would rush towards Weis and call out to Bran, as probably Bran's still like reeling in from the psychic assault. Would call out to Bran to try to help him with Weis's condition.
I do not have restoration on me.
Ooh.
What is the poison? Let me look.
I believe that lesser restoration even should be able to cure him of that.
Well, healing spells would at least heal up his damage.
Yeah. Being
Let me
poisoned.
look at the poison.
Poison gives disadvantage to something.
Oh,
Attack rolls, I
damn.
believe.
Everything gives you a disadvantage at everything.
He tells you, I'm okay. I think I have something in the library that will help with this. It's not too bad.
You sure,
I'll be
sir?
fine. Yes. Yes,
Right.
I'll be fine.
Boltzmann would still try to assist Weis, and as he does so, Boltzmann would share what what Tenenbaum told him, that Tenenbaum told me that he'd make his escape, something like that. We can still try to catch up to him.
Of course. He can't keep running away. Bloody
Boston.
coward.
And yeah,
So what are you guys doing?
quick survey, since Dante is already there.
Quick
Boltzmann would just gesture for Barnabas to return into his hidey hole that is his bag of holding, and he would go towards Dante. Boltzmann would go towards Dante.
Are we doing this? Are we ready?
Yeah, after collecting, I think it's half of her arrows, is what she can, Saoirse would follow everyone.
Okay.
And probably try to follow up right behind Dante. She's willing to help lead the way.
Cool.
You do see some faint light coming from this side of the cave. Now that you're deeper in, you can see this passageway that kind of goes out. You're able to follow it along quite a while. And when it comes out, you're able to kind of see that you are kind of outside of the city. Probably a good while away from the city now that you've kind of worked through this one cavern, and you are almost to the tree line of the forest that's there. You're looking for him.
Yes, we are.
Yeah,
Yes,
Sirsha would start looking once they're out of the cavern. She would
Okay.
definitely start searching for tracks.
Roll a survival check.
And you said they're technically near the tree line of the forest, so does that count as her being in favored terrain?
I'll give it to you.
Okay, so this will be a 22, adding her proficiency modifier, doubling her proficiency modifier, so an extra +3.
Okay. So you go specifically where the cave exit is, and you can see kind of a little bit of mud that is kind of still fresh. You do see kind of an odd shape in it, and you're able to sense that this is not something that's natural. Again, most likely knowing that this is the only way in and out of that cave, most likely that this was something, probably the Mind Flayer. You begin tracking it, and you see about a foot or a step or two before it has disappeared. On the ground, you see a kind of a singe of the grass area, and where something has happened there. And from your the high survival check, you notice that this is probably some sort of dimension door or some sort of transportation that has left this kind of mark here in front of you.
Well, the others probably would have seen her crouching, running her hand along the ground, kind of placing her hand in the track, and then looking up, following it, seeing that singe mark. She would curse in Dwarvish, say something along the lines of "son of a bitch," and then say to everyone else in common, "He's gone. I can't be full, 100% sure, but." And she would point out the singe. I would bet you he somehow teleported out of here.
And you remember from the encounter with Boltzmann at the Manticore's Den that you remember this flash of purple light and him being no longer in the vicinity, being able to move quite a distance very quickly.
Yeah.
God damn it.
How long is he going to outrun us?
We have to corner him somehow. Lure him someplace. God damn it.
We should have attacked him when we had the chance. But it would have been risky.
Extremely risky.
Damn it.
Dante will actually apologize. I had the chance, but Cameo and Boltzmann was still. I didn't want to initiate combat while the two of them were unarmored.
It's completely fine. Don't take the blame, Dante. You did what you thought was right to do. It was just bad timing is all.
Well, I believe we've chased him, at least for today.
No, and
You're free to stay with me for the evening if you feel more safe, or you can whatever you feel more comfortable with.
Well, knowing him, he's going to try and attack. For some reason, he's got a big boner for Boltzmann.
Is that a new word you learned in one of those books of yours?
Actually, yes. I'm so happy you noticed.
It's not something you often say. So.
Just in tone.
I'm glad you're learning something. But yes, it does seem he wants Boltzmann very badly.
I am going to shove down an explosive into that thing's maw.
You're too intelligent for your own good. You need to drink more alcohol and dumb it down a bit.
No, Dante, don't start.
I would need a drink.
Yes, kill some of those extra brain cells.
I would need a drink. But no, first things first. So, Weis, you sure you're alright? There's this...
Yes, no issue here.
Completely concerned about Weis.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. Where are we? Sasha? Where are we? Are we close by?
We're just we're a little ways out of town.
My shop is right over there.
We should be
Alright.
able to walk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys are only probably 500 feet from the edge of town before the tree line.
Okay. So, looking at it, I don't think... Is there anything else that we could do? For now?
Well,
Does anybody else want to do anything, though?
Dante's not usually this sentimental, but there was somebody who was being eaten down in the cavern.
True.
So he's of the opinion maybe we should go down there and recover the body and see if we can't find who this person was.
There
I didn't
are
realize
two
I was
bodies.
muted. Yeah, I was saying that.
Ah. Well, Dante would agree with Bran.
I don't
Sorry, I
think,
was muted.
I don't think anybody else noticed the bodies, other than Dante. Yeah.
Actually, that's true. Well, he would have told. He would have.
And I recall that statement.
No, he would have said what happened, like as we were sort of like talking about the incident and everything leading up, and how he admitted that he had the chance. When he would have said, she probably wouldn't have. It was finishing up feasting on somebody, so there's clearly plenty of time for Bran to say we should get the body. So.
We should recover the bodies.
You guys work your way down into the cavern again, correct?
Yes.
And as you do, you kind of are able to find the one body. The one body that you pull from the water looks like it has been there for a very long time. It is bloated. There's no more detail in the features of this person. It is just a bloated corpse, bloated headless corpse.
Is there anything on this person?
You can make an investigation check.
Oof. We'll try that. Investigation. Oh my god.
Boltzmann would try to help.
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Is that good
Alright.
enough?
Yeah, you go and try to reach into any kind of what you can try to determine as clothing on this bloated corpse, and you really can't tell the difference where the skin and anything that would have not been skin kind of meld together into mush. And as soon as you touch it, it kind of just like melts into your hand. So there's no anything on this except just the rotted flesh that is there.
And Camille, as soon as this happens, she kind of lets go of the body, makes a face, and makes kind of like an oops face, and slowly turns her head to the others and smiles. There's nothing.
The fresh body that is there is definitely still recognizable. His face is still intact. Weis mentions that this is a vendor from one of the marketplaces, and he knows the family, so he'll be able to let them know.
Ah, that sucks.
And wait, looking at the state of the corpse, though, isn't
Mhm.
is it like the head is mangled from being,
Yeah, its skull has been cracked in with the pincers and the whatever is a mouth of a mind flayer, and it's kind of been ripped apart with the tentacles and pulled apart, and then most of the brain is there. There's only a few particles here and there of brain matter still left in the skull. His eyes are still wide. basically at the point of impact. This is the last face that he made, and it kind of stuck.
Boltzmann would actually ask Weis, Sir, should the gods be alerted, or do we just leave this here or something? I mean,
we should bring it out for the family.
Yes, but
we can talk to the captain, discuss possibilities. Maybe he can help raise the activity level, of course.
I think it would be better if, we wouldn't be the ones doing the talking, since, the incident back in Silt. Who knows what the word might have reached here.
I have a cordial relationship with the captain. I will be able to make that connection.
Thank you. Once again, sir. Thank you.
Dante will if somebody wants to help him, but he's happy to try and carry the body over his shoulder.
Okay. You're able to do that, and you're able to take him out. Weis, you're not too far from Weis's shop from where you are, so he just says to bring it over there, and he'll have Tippy make arrangements with the family.
Dante is quick to get his book back from Dobby, so he'll thank the little man and take his book back.
It's Tippy, but yes, here you go, sir.
Thank you, Dobby, and he'll walk off and look after the body.
Tippy, ding, bastard. Sorry.
Hiya there, Tippy. How is my little baby?
She's well. I do have some cleaning to do. It seems that she was not taken out previously before the encounter, the time that you left, and she did happen to make some oopsies here and there around the library. I should clean that up before Master Weis notices.
I don't suppose you have owned a dog before, have you, Tippy?
A dog? Gosh, no.
Well, I guess that explains a lot of things. Well, thank you kindly, Tippy, and Bran will produce 3 more sausages from his bag of sausage holding and give it to Tippy as payment.
For me or for the owlbear?
No, for Tippy.
Oh, thank you very much, sir.
And then, as you guys, are you guys going to stay at the library, or are you going to go back to the Ugly Duckling?
As much as Boltzmann wants to have a drink right now, Boltzmann would be a bit more keen with trying to staying with Sir Weis and helping him out with whatever research that has to be done about this mind flayer. To him, this is something like a way of paying back Weis. So, if anybody would try, unless anybody would try to really drag him out, he would be more. He'd just rather stay here.
Bran wouldn't be opposed to going back to the Ugly Duckling.
Okay. So who's staying here and who's going to the Ugly Duckling? Weis says,
I do have chambers that could be prepared if you'd like to stay. You don't have to stay here in the library.
In that case,
and Tippy is quite a good cook.
Oh, and
Really?
Bran has plenty of sausages he can give to Tippy for us to have for dinner.
I think Bran will actually be in the kitchen with Tippy in that case.
yeah, he'll allow you to do that. More than willing to allow you to prepare one of your meals. That'll be our first roll next week, as we will end our episode here, as you guys kind of nestled in and begin to help out Weis and kind of plan and strategize what you want to do in the following day. Now that you've had a very full day with multiple encounters.
I was going to say, Dante probably, after getting his stuff back from Boltzmann, he would have disappeared to go to the other pub in town and to relax and to debauch himself and things like that.
Okay. Tippy escorts you out. Whoever is going back to the anyone that wants out, he'll escort you through the building, and then he shows you this little rope pool that is next to the door. And he says, "If any time that you want to come back and I'm not here, just pull this cord and we'll come and let you in."
Like this, and Dante pulls it.
Yes, exactly.
He pulls it again. Like it just it works every time, doesn't
yes, it definitely works. You hear this loud gonging sound from the back of the hall.
He pulls it one more time. Okay, just so I know what it is.
At this point, Camille just smacks his hand. Just stop it.
Very good, sir.
It's time to leave Tippy alone, Dante.
Dante can't stop laughing. Bye, Dobby. And he'll leave. He'll leave.
Oh.
Don't mind him, Tippy. He's always like that.
Well, he's got a very bad memory.
Oh no. It's alright, Tippy. Thank you so much for all your help.
You're very welcome. Anyone that wants to spend the night there at Weis's, you can do so. Anyone that wants to go back or even go and then come back are free to do so. And then,
I'll stay at the tower.
Okay.
Nah,
I think
go back to the Ugly Duckling.
Sirisha would go.
Splitting the party.
with
Oh my god.
Camille.
Oh no.
Next week.
Camille's at the Ugly Duckling. And Dante's at the Manticore's den.
I don't like the enthusiasm in the DM's voice for that statement.
I'm just asking. Just clarifications.
Where's Saoirse?
Only reason why I wanted to go back.
I got to start my writing somewhere.
All right.
Only reason why I wanted to go back to the Ugly Duckling was because I didn't think they'd have a kitchen here, but changed my mind now.
Yep. He has quarters, and even he kind of leads you through, and it's another chamber. So you go back out to that main hallway of different chambers and things, and he actually takes a different door. He walks down about a few doors down, passes a few doors, and then opens up another one, and there's a full kitchen.
Hell yeah.
I love the idea of Bran just walking out. Dinner is served, and there's just Boltzmann and Saoirse just sitting there, or Boltzmann just ready to go, Bran.
Oh no, Sirisha's going with Camille back to the Ugly Duckling.
Oh,
Well, that's perfectly fine. Boltzmann will be the only one that gets the buffs from the cooking.
I mean, Sirisha was tempted to go to the bar rather, go to the pub rather than the fancier place, but then she just figured, no, I'll leave Dante to his debauchery. And
Yeah, actually, Camille will notice. Yeah, well, if she does notice, she's actually been keeping a close eye on Dante, but has not poked her nose in places it's not supposed to be in. So
it's probably a good idea.
Yeah, she does see him walk off in another direction, and she just stands there, just very still, watching him,
just whistling to himself,
and just stands there, thinking, should I follow? I'll just leave him alone, and walks back to the Ugly Duckling with Saoirse.
Okay. So Bran and Boltzmann are at Weis's, Camille and Saoirse are at the Ugly Duckling.
ladies'
Dante.
night.
And Dante is in the bar. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's where we will pick it up next week.
Oh, hells yeah.
Oh
Man,
my
that
God,
was so
Brandon, we're
fast.
gonna
Fantastic.
cook some amazing food.
And no one's going to appreciate it except
Oh no!
Boltzmann and
Nobody
Weis.
ever appreciated the cooking anyway.
Tippy
Hey,
will appreciate
excuse
the food.
you.
Ah.
Dante
We
has been a fan of the sausage of Bran for a long time.
Right. All right.
Dante
Yes,
loves
Tippy
brand
will
sausage.
definitely. Tippy will definitely be receiving many of the meals.
Make sure you take care of Dobby. Dante loves the man.
It's Tippy.
And pretty.
So
You're
in
gonna have
closing here,
Tippy. Oh,
go ahead.
I was gonna say you're gonna find Tippy fighting Dante over brand sausage.
Whoa.
That's
a
right.
sentence right there.
He's got it all.
That's
He's
a
got it all
sentence.
together for himself right now.
So in closing, we want to say thank you to all of our followers and supporters this week, every week being here and being part of the show. We appreciate everyone that was stopped by today and take a look at what we were doing. Last thing we do before we want to go, I want to take a moment and shout out our players week after week. You guys are here. No matter who I go to, you guys are always kind of ready with the role play and always ready. And even when we're low energy when we start, you guys pick it up, and I appreciate all of that. In the info blocks below, you guys will see some links. Go check out these wonderful people. Some of them have links to their Twitter accounts. Some, like Thumpernox and Yumi, are here on Twitch and trying to grow their streams as well. So please go and visit them, give them a like, give them a sub. We would appreciate it greatly. If you go in the info box below and say hi to us there. If you missed any part of this episode, the VOD will be available immediately here on Twitch. So you can begin watching it again as soon as it processes and gets all of its magic done behind the scenes. But they will not stay there forever. If you want to catch up with any of our previous episodes, the link to our YouTube is below. Search Black Dragon RP and look for the big dragon eye logo on the account. I think this wraps up this episode from us. We want to say thank you very much for being here. We will see you again next week, same time, same Twitch channel. We love you very much. Thank you, and bye.
Bye.
Thanks, guys.
Bye,
everyone.
See you next week.